The Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202, featuring Opie, Anthony, and James Norton.
From the beginning, you knew this was different. The infection was everywhere. It was in the street outside. It was coming through your windows. It was a virus.
Terrible viral infection gives people this incurable disease, fills their veins and blood with pure rage.
By the time they tried to evacuate the cities, it was already too late.
Jesus Christ, 5 hours? It infects, replicates, and kills this fast? These numbers can't be right.
The numbers are correct. I wish to God they weren't. It's everyone.
There is no God. It's like some kind of horror movie. Such a great virus that you want to infect others, like your friends and coworkers. Sometimes it leaves pustules. There's nothing you can do about it. God almighty.
We gotta stop this outbreak before it mutates.
They're highly contagious.
What's this rash from?
We're facing a new strain.
It can cause life-threatening bleeding or even asphyxiation.
Where is it spreading?
All over the place.
All right, we're coming out. Here we go.
Opie.
I'm aboard,
Anthony.
I'm a little dirty. Wipe me.
James Norton.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Time to turn the electricity on.
Power up.
Power up the radio station.
Power up.
Power up.
Jesus H. Christ.
Because the company gets to save electricity after our radio show. Just turn the thing off. Just turn it off.
Turn it off. I don't know how during the entire course of our career we have been put in this position.
We are
What type of penance are we living out here?
We are so sick of working for bad radio stations. We're so sick of
I
it.
don't know how. It'd be amazing to work for a station where, like, the whole station has ratings.
We can only dream. I've been doing radio since I was 18. And you hear about those radio stations where they're just a mother effer.
Right.
From morning to night.
Powerhouse.
Just powerhouses. All the jocks have these voices and they're just kicking ass in the ratings.
Yeah.
And then there's Opie and Anthony, where we just work for one crap hole after another. Just one crap hole after another. We don't even know who the boss is anymore around here.
We're like mercenaries.
All I wanted was ratings yesterday. I didn't even know who to call. I don't even know who's in charge. I know Tom Chiasano.
I thought you were, man.
I know Tom Chiasano's in charge.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about, like, on the programming side. I didn't even know. I don't know who our program director is anymore.
Tom's the boss here, but he's like the boss of the
Overall
station to make sure that money keeps flowing in.
Yeah, he's more the sales boss
He's the
than
cash flow boss.
that looks over the PD.
But then there's the show's bosses, you know, which is the program director, which we seem to, again, not have one of. Does that happen a lot in radio, too? I've only been in the business 12 years, and based on what I know from what we've done in the past, I don't know if this happens a lot. Does it happen a lot, Opie, that shows just don't have program directors? Because that seems to have been our entire career.
We're the first show in radio history that doesn't have a boss.
We're like retarded children at a home.
It really is amazing. That's why I didn't really get too close to Mark Chernoff, who's the program director, I guess, officially here at Free FM. But I think he stepped down.
No, I don't think he's even officially. I think right now we are without a program director.
Did he step down officially? I don't even know. I didn't get close to him when we moved over here because I just knew he'd be gone too.
Gone.
I don't know if people.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh yeah,
I was when?
A while ago.
He's over at the Fan.
I see him all the time.
With the I-Man.
Oh.
Do you see him carrying boxes out?
Yeah, we haven't seen him in a while.
I don't know.
Have you seen him with a box with a plant in it?
Do you see him come in here in the morning and say hi?
Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, and not in the last few days, I don't think.
Well, there you go. Not in the last. It's been longer than that.
It's been longer than that if you really sit down and think about it. So I don't know, but we don't. Here we are again.
Again, here we are. We try our hardest. We really do.
Someone is saying
we've shown success.
Hans Gruber on the instant feedback. One effing show where you guys don't complain. One, I effing dare you. You got to understand our position.
Yeah.
We are broadcasting from another crap hole.
We don't complain all day, so just be quiet. We sit back, enjoy it, or wait for a little while and then come back. What can we tell you?
The ratings came out here in New York City, and the Opie and Anthony show did very well again.
Yeah, we went up. It was wonderful. It's a wonderful thing.
We're still building. We're still making our comeback, but in general, we're moving in the right direction again.
Thank God.
We're ticking upwards. Rest of the station in New York, well, that's another story. Maybe that's why we couldn't get ratings yesterday. They didn't want anyone to see them.
They didn't want anyone to see. I know I had to send 5 emails to Mark. 5 emails to get the ratings that I usually get just automatically sent to me.
Yeah.
Because I like to see the ratings for the entire station. I don't want to see certain demos. I want to see everything so I could kind of pick it apart. Because the truth of the matter is, we went up. It's a wonderful thing. I love the fact that's working. People are coming on board listening to this program. But the truth of the matter is, the way the paper reports it reports our ratings from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.
And that's driving Anthony nuts.
It's driving me up a wall.
It's driving you insane.
Because from 9 to 10 isn't us. And I'm not even going to get into what they call a pissing match. You don't have to dump out of that. It's just a term that's used. I don't want to get into one. I'm too tired to even bother getting into one. I don't care if the Lord Jesus Christ was on at 10 o'clock. At 9 o'clock here. I don't care. I don't want to share ratings with the Lord Jesus Christ. It's just the way it is. We're sharing an hour of ratings. I hate that. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what we can do about it. But it's bringing our average down.
Well, we'll have the breakout today where it's 6 to 9 a.m. for us.
I want to know what our ratings are for the show we do from 6 to 9. From 9 on, that's going to be the new program director's problem, whoever the hell that might be and whenever the hell they might show up.
Well, this is the solution. I say we go to Eric Logan at XM because he helped make this deal for us. And we beg him.
Smack him in the head?
We beg him. I know they don't want us to do another hour, but maybe let CBS run like a best of hour. So then we know it's all us.
Yeah. Just throw some stuff together, throw it on.
That's my solution. Or replay the first hour of the show at 9. Do just anything so we know it's all us. So then we could get a real feel for what we're doing.
And we can take responsibility if we go up or down. It's us.
Well, we went up again. But we got in.
But I look at numbers and I go, I know, God damn it, I know that's higher. I know it's higher. And then you look, you look at middays and go, oh, okay, that's a quarter of our ratings right there. That's a quarter of our ratings right there, and it is a lot lower than we are.
The station would make more money if they just turned the power off after our show.
Just save the energy.
They would save on the electric bill. I'm not even kidding. And we were in the same situation at WNEW back in the day for a while. And then the station started growing, but it took 2 years?
Yep.
Maybe longer? 2.5 years? And we're right back in the same position.
We're in the position at AF.
And then it would, I wanted to talk to some kind of PD yesterday. You don't even know who's in those shoes.
Yeah, who's the guy?
We don't know. You got ratings from Mark Chernoff, but...
like I said, it took 5 attempts at emails. I got them in dribs and drabs at first. Then I started getting and I still didn't get the sheet that I wanted. One that he sent for, other markets and other things.
Right.
I'm used to getting those.
Are we getting another PD?
Yeah. Supposedly. We're supposed to get another PD, but...
And people are saying that we chased out this PD.
Oh, stop already. Don't you realize we're just too exhausted to chase people out? Oh, I've had it. How many PDs have retired because of you guys? Yeah, people are...
It's just frustrating. We just want to work for a radio station where, you could kind of brag about it.
Yeah.
I was having a talk with Tom Chisano. I told him, look, I got to be honest with you. I don't listen to the station, after our show. Mm-hmm. I just don't listen. I go, sometimes I listen on the weekends because the music's cool.
There you go.
And then he was hinting at some things about the weekends, and I went, oh, boy.
oh, boy.
I started that sentence realizing maybe he told me some stuff I'm not supposed to say. I'm not sure now. I got to ask him.
I'm sure. No. You weren't supposed to.
I don't know. Let's say hi to Eric in New Jersey. Eric.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
I just want to tell you guys, the rest of the shows on the station, I can't wait till you guys get off because I'd rather listen to JB and Elvis, a radio chick, even Jim Cramer than you two.
All right, do you understand something, Eric?
Wait, Eric, why didn't Eric, seriously, stay on the line.
Yeah, we'd love to discuss this.
You write in your comments, is the rest of the station really that bad? And now you use that to get on our show to try to trick us. Do you realize the shows you just mentioned are horrendous in the ratings right now?
Yeah, but how many of them have been around if they even came from the New York area? It's like their first year in the city.
It doesn't.
That's not how it works in radio.
Jesus. You don't understand, Eric, the way radio works, which is fine. You're a listener. That's fine. You're not supposed to understand. But, it's hard to argue with people that do understand. The ratings, you live and die by the ratings in radio. And that's just the way it is. And the shows you mentioned, that's fine. If you enjoy them, that's great. But apparently, there's not many people with you there. We'd love for there to be. Holy Jesus, would we love for there to just be a bunch of you.
A bunch of
that
Erics.
Loves the other shows, and the station is doing very well. Where do you live, Jersey?
Yeah.
Can you get the Post and the Daily News?
Not yet.
All right, well, try to find them today and just look at the ratings of the station as a whole and some of the day parts that they break down, and just look and get a realistic look. You don't like us, you don't want to listen to us, fine. Not everyone's going to like us.
I hate to tell you, Eric, you got to thank us, though, because if it wasn't for us pulling these really good ratings in mornings, this station would probably be playing Spanish pop music.
Well, what about before they changed the format? Wasn't that one of the top stations in the city then?
Dude, I have quite.
Yeah, Howard was on in the morning.
Why are you listening?
Howard was on in the morning, and he pulled amazing numbers, and that pretty much pulled the station along. They played music the rest of the day, which did okay. They weren't killing, but they weren't in the sewer. He hung up. See, they never want to hang on and just discuss things. They want to call up and bitch about something. They don't like the truth.
I want to know, why would somebody, how do you know what this show is talking about if you don't like it? I would never listen to a show.
I know, he knows everything because he listens. Hi, Eric, keep listening.
I would never listen if I didn't like the show.
You know what? Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I don't listen on the way home. Sorry.
And see, believe it or not, we want to be working for a radio station that has a bunch of great shows.
Of course we do.
From us all the way to midnight.
How much easier would it be?
That would be unbelievable, but we're in this position all the time. You could defend your favorite show on this radio station right now. The fact is they're all doing horrendous. Horrendous.
Just the way it is.
And if they didn't hire us here, they would probably change the format at this point.
Yeah.
They would probably go to Spanish pop. Because it seems like everyone loves Spanish radio for some reason.
Yeah, there's like 2 Spanish stations and 18 billion Spanish people in New York, and they wonder why those stations do so well.
Right.
Gee, I wonder.
Steven from Queens. Opie, time to break out the old promo from WNEW where it was static, the Opie and Anthony show, and then back to static.
Oh, how we end up like this.
That was before Ron and Fez, the Ron and Fez days. But anyway, just to help out, what was that guy's name? Eric?
Eric.
Yeah, help out Eric.
You can see this for yourself in the Daily News. Overall, the radio station that you're listening to us on in the New York area, WFNY, it got a 1.3 overall. 1.3.
Yeah.
And for the people that don't really understand what that means, well, Walk, a radio station that doesn't even come in Manhattan.
Yeah, try to get it. I dare you.
You can't get it in Manhattan. It's a Long Island radio station, which means it only covers part of the New York Metro as far as the ratings go. They got a 1.1. A station you can hear in Manhattan is nipping at our heels.
Nipping.
Is nipping at our heels.
A mangy old dog.
Okay, Eric, we deal with facts here. A radio station you can't, I gotta say it again, that you can hear in Manhattan is nipping at our heels. A dumb little station from Long Island. That's how bad this place is. It's so frustrating.
We understand now it's in a rebuilding phase, I guess. That's why they brought us on board, you know.
Well, that's fine, but how about let's rebuild with a PD?
Let's get a PD.
How about we start there and have a PD?
Start with a PD.
Like, here's something. When your PD decides to step down, have someone waiting in the wings.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Kind of like having the New York Yankees lose Joe Torre, and they just got to go out there and play
Just
baseball.
send the team out there to play while we look for a new guy, a new skipper.
There you go.
That's a perfect analogy that everyone can understand.
You can understand that, right?
Could you imagine a team going out without the coach? Just, hey, just play ball.
Some dude is like going to Dirk Jeter, I want to play second base today, but you can't.
All right.
Oh, yeah? Yes, I can. Who's going to tell me I can't?
Going to tell me I can't? We don't have a skipper.
Right. That's how it is here.
That's a nice picture of you, by the way, in the Daily News, Ope.
Don't even get started on that because I came in to a smiling Travis who had to rub that in my face like I just went on the rug and he rolled the newspaper up and smacked me on the nose with it. Travis was a little too happy about what happened today in what is that? The Daily News?
Yeah.
This is Hinckley. Hinckley did his story with us.
We used to joke about this, but I guess this morning it became real.
No, we never joked about this. You are not understanding the problem with this.
What about there's times when your picture's in the paper, not mine.
I don't care about the frigging picture. That's not the point.
See, our show's falling apart.
It's not the point.
We gotta bring that.
We've had my picture has been in the paper, your picture. We joke about it because it's ridiculous and that's funny. I don't care about the picture not being in the paper. As long as the show's represented by either of us, that's fine. The way this is worded, it's the text, not the picture. It's a picture of Opie, a wonderful picture of Opie, and to the left of him is a picture of Steve Harvey, who I guess has a radio show here in New York.
I didn't even know.
I don't know. Apparently he does.
We're too busy doing 8 hours of radio a day to know.
Look, I'm not even going to say why this is a problem. I'll just read it.
Okay.
And let the listeners decide.
All right.
Early risers, it says. And there's the picture of Steve Harvey and Opie. According to the Summer Arbitrons, 2 morning hosts showing rating gains are Steve Harvey, left, and Greg Hughes, right, Opie of Opie and Anthony. 2 morning hosts showing ratings gains, Steve Harvey and Greg Hughes. Now, the problem isn't the picture.
The
problem is it sounds like it's Steve Harvey, his show, and Greg Hughes' show.
No, because in the parentheses...
And I'm just some friggin' lackey.
No, in parentheses it says Opie of Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, Opie of Opie and Anthony.
See, the problem is we don't take pictures together because we hate them. So they have to, make a last-minute decision what pictures...
No, then it should have said, according to Summer Arbitrons, 2 shows... are showing gains, or 2 programs are showing ratings gains. Steve Harvey and the Opie and Anthony show. And then it should have been in parentheses, right, Greg Hughes. Should have been the Opie and Anthony show, not and Greg Hughes.
Oh, yeah.
That's not Greg Hughes' show. It's the Opie and Anthony show. They switched it. It should have been Steve Harvey and the Opie and Anthony show. Right, Opie, Greg Hughes of the Opie and Anthony show. However they wanted to word that. But no, they word it like it's Greg Hughes' show.
It hurts, doesn't
To
it?
screw me. Yes, I'm with you, Jimmy.
Maybe they were throwing me a bone because they knew it hurt my feelings when I was called a board op recently. Maybe they're just throwing me a bone.
It is worded
Maybe they're
like
just throwing me a
crap.
bone. Maybe I'm just getting thrown a bone.
David Hinckley, if you had any responsibility for this, you're a doddering old fool. And I will never speak a word to you again.
I don't think he would mess that up, though. That's something that they don't seem to put the pictures in. That doesn't seem to
I know. He just writes
He's
the
an older
article.
gentleman. He doesn't know.
I'm mad.
He's still sleeping.
The guy that probably wrote the caption for the picture has no clue what is.
He just
going
worded it
on.
bad. You know, everybody knows who it is. They just
Should
worded
have
it
been
terribly.
worded the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Greg Hughes of the Opie and Anthony
Just a
Show.
poorly worded caption.
No.
What? Exactly. Just the paper was just full of garbage this morning.
Well, you know what?
Oh, the picture of those two Hispanics. They were the number one station. It looks like they're going to cut your ear off, the guy on the right. I just don't get how they even... How is that being number one news?
They look like the Spanish Howie Mandel and Danny Bonaducci.
Oh, wow, is that good?
They're number one. But
be nice. They're represented by Super Agent Bob Eatman.
Are you
really?
kidding me?
I swear to
Oh, God, is he boring people in 2 languages?
Roberto Eatman.
Right. I swear to God.
Wow.
Whatever. You know, getting back to Hinckley, he wrote an article on us that appeared in the Sunday paper. On
Yeah.
page 3. It was almost on the front page of the paper.
Yeah.
We didn't even mention it on our show because it was just horse crap.
There was nothing
There was
new
nothing
there.
in the article. We talked to the guy for... How long did we talked to him for a while, Ant? 40 minutes?
Yes.
And we got one little quote each in the article. It was so boring. I mean, you can read it for yourself on opieandanthony.com. But we didn't even bring it to anyone's attention yesterday.
Who cared? Who friggin' cared? Not me.
Someone's got to explain this to Mike in Brooklyn. Mike, what's up?
How you doing, guys? What's happening today? Hey, listen, you two guys... Oh, Anthony, you took over David Letterman on Opie. Now all of a sudden he gets his picture in the paper. You're going to cry? What do you want, a box of Kleenex?
It's not. Did you understand, Mike? Did you understand? It's not about the picture.
It's the text. I understand, but it didn't sound bad.
How does it not sound bad?
Not at all.
How does it not sound like it's?
Wipe your eyes with it.
Yeah, you took over on Letterman. That's right.
Oh, my God.
I didn't take over.
Big time TV time. He gets a little text and you're crying.
I got a little text, Anthony. Just little.
The text is worded improperly.
I got a
It
little
does
text.
not reflect what this show is. It is Steve Harvey and Greg Hughes' show are doing good in the ratings.
Look, we're on Letterman tonight, the replay.
Yeah.
You can feel better about yourself again.
I'll do that. I'll watch that.
Because I'll be just sitting there staring at you for about 10 minutes. I'll be staring at the back of your head.
Hey, Mike,
I
you
got
gavone.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. You're right.
You
You're right,
friggin'
Mike. I got a little picture of the paper with a little text, and you know.
Well, you guys...
Just a little...
Oh, shut up. I hope you wrap your eye rock around a pole, Mike from Brooklyn, you guinea bastard.
And Anthony's complaining. Yeah. See, I'm with Mike now. Because you know what? Tomorrow morning, I'm going to have to deal with, BS.
Oh.
Hey, why didn't you talk much on Letterman?
Letterman didn't say the Anthony Cumia show.
He might as well have, because he sure didn't know I was part of the radio show.
You guys need to take a back-to-back picture like these two Spanish gentlemen.
Perhaps that's what we need to do.
Yes, you do.
Start taking back-to-back. And belly to belly.
Yeah, Billy. Like both of your backs with your arms folded like the...
Yeah.
Look at the camera.
Like we're a couple that's angry at each other. Oh.
That's what... Click.
No. Actually, when the Daily News photographer came in last week, she wanted to take a picture of all of us, and then Ant and I separately. And we're like, no, we don't.
No.
We don't do those posing pictures. They always
Just
come out awful. Anyway, why don't we take a break?
How about a giant O&A shirt with both Opie and Anthony in it?
Yeah.
That's a nice callback.
Yeah.
I know what
some
you guys should
photographer
do.
wanted us to do that.
You should both be tangled up in wires, and you should each be talking into a mic, but holding the mic the other person's talking into, and looking exasperated.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So anyway,
confused. What's going on here, guys?
Want to thank everyone that does listen to us on Free FM here in New York City. The ratings were very, very good for the boys.
Yes.
For us, and we appreciate it. And, just stating facts, the show after us is just a disaster. And it doesn't get much better throughout the day.
It's just, we want it to, though.
We do.
We so want it to.
Yeah, because people think we're, destructive and all that.
Yeah, we're the asses. No. We're the jackasses of the station. Because we want to work on a station where all the shows are doing well, are moving up, are at least, showing life. That's all. We don't care if a station or a show in 3 months has to be number one. That's not the point. I would love to work at a station where all the shows are creeping up, just kind of getting listeners every month and doing things, every book. But, oh my God, man, we are always in this position.
I guess that's why we were brought in.
I guess that is. Because why else would anyone hire the likes of us? We are so difficult to work with.
We're really not, though. We got along with Ron and Fez.
Why is that?
That proves everyone's theory.
Why the hell do we get along with those guys?
Because they have more problems than people on this show do. They're both...
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're both insane.
Ron's a kook, and Fez is just... Fez is a loud psychopath, and Ron is just that 1,000-yard Marine stare saying brilliant things with a cigar in his mouth. Ron's going to want to biting someone's ear off.
Yeah,
Ron's going to bite the ear off an Asian and get arrested with blood in his mouth.
Ron's just waiting for the mailman to come by every day. Just hoping that the whole payola, plugola thing returns. That's all he cares about.
Just waiting for his envelope.
He's just sitting there going, I know it's going to turn in our favor again. I just know it.
I don't know why. It's not even like I just like those guys. I love them. Love them as people in a show. And I don't understand why that is. And we can't get that with any other program.
And there's no secret. We want Ron and Fez on this station here in New York City.
Of course we do. Who wouldn't?
And even Ron and Fez, they're stupid enough that they said they would do 2 different shows.
They're stupid enough to do what we're doing?
No, we're not stupid. We said, yeah, you can have us, but you got to simulcast.
Split us up? They'll do 2 separate shows?
They're more than willing to do 2 separate shows to make it work for them.
Hardest working show in show business.
Completely 2 different shows every day.
They were very popular here in New York when they were on commercial.
Yeah. There in D.C.
Well, yeah.
Gotta love the Ron and Fez.
All right, well,
Fez.
We gotta take a break, so there's our little ratings wrap. We do it when the ratings come out, so bear with us.
Okay, we've stopped whining, so stop your whining calls about us whining.
Yeah.
We're a little frustrated here in New York. Oh, by the way, Chicago, the Opie and Anthony show got a 0.0. It's the ONA virus spreading across America.
I can walk on my hands.
I can fart and chew gum.
I play the oboe.
I can ride a unicycle.
I wear a bra and laced panties.
So your talent is being queer, Travis?
It's the Opie and Anthony Walkover Talent Show. If you have a unique skill, talent, music group, or physical affliction, we want to exploit.
You can email Steve at FoundryMusic.com with your ideas, or you can just show up during the walk to XM and start shucking and jiving.
Shucking and jiving? Jesus, Danny.
I don't write this.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
We're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. The ONA virus spreading across America. Phone number 1-866-313-FREE.
Steve from Bayshore is wondering if Elion ended the weekend with a Breathe Right strip stuck to where his bathing suit covers.
We'll get to that in a second. Just want to remind people, you got to vote for Jerry Springer tonight.
Yes.
On Dancing with the Stars on ABC.
Put Jerry over the top.
So far, so good, man. We've had a major effect on the TV show. A major effect. They're booing every week when Jerry Springer doesn't get voted off.
That's what we want. We want Jerry to dance till his kneecaps are bleeding.
I say Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez.
I say, you know who I say?
Oh.
I say Kid Chris.
Kid Chris.
I say Kid Chris. I say Ron and Fez. Start there. Whoever the PD is. Start there.
PD Greg Opie Hughes.
What? Oh, hi, Tom. Tom's shaking his head.
There he is.
He's like, come on, give me a break.
All right.
He looks very snazzy today.
Oh, look at Tom.
No. You don't want him to come in.
Sounds like, oh, boy. Oh.
2 words for you, neither of which can be said on terrestrial radio.
Oh, Jesus.
2 words, neither of which can be said on terrestrial radio.
Uh-oh.
I think Tom's angry.
He's angry.
Why?
Well, we're frustrated.
Everyone's frustrated.
Everyone around here is frustrated. What can I tell you?
That's the way it works.
And
now,
by the way, you could be said.
Now he just made us all sad.
No, he didn't. He's wrong. The word "you" can be said on terrestrial radio. one of the two cannot be said, Tom.
Yeah. You is fine.
Yeah, you could say you, but now we're sad.
But then again, wait, no. Maybe.
Off can also be said.
Yeah. Oh, wait, but maybe not.
Hmm.
If the first word is ending in ing, yeah, no, probably not. All right.
Why would the boss do that? Now he took the energy out of the room. Now we're sad.
Mother.
How about,
say that.
I know what he wanted. He wanted to say silly geese. You can say that on radio.
It's allowed.
And why does he look at me and say it?
Hey, look in the paper.
Did you see the paper? Yeah.
Did you see the paper?
Oh, now you're going to say...
What, is he supposed to talk to me?
Now you're going to say
it's your show.
Look how this works. Look how this works.
Steve Harvey and Greg Hughes.
He looked at me and cursed me out, but now...
Why shouldn't he?
Yeah, thanks, Ed.
He's just paying attention to the paper.
But see, that's not smart.
What?
As the big boss, that's not smart, because now the energy's out of the room. Now we're sad.
No, there's plenty of energy.
You don't want your big boss cursing you out as you're trying to do a radio show.
Maybe the words he wanted to say were, thanks, guys.
You rule.
Those were the 2 words. Because he didn't want to offend any other radio program.
What is he?
Thanks, guys.
Why does he curse out the only show that's getting ratings?
Attaboy. He didn't curse you out.
Oh, yeah, he did. He looked right at me, and I could tell it was
I'm trying to think of 2 words. Gay tie.
His head was shaking like Hepburn, too.
Oh, he did not look
pleased. He was shaking his head.
He's going to come back. He's going to come back.
No.
A little frustration in the building today.
A little bit. Can you feel it?
No.
Why aren't we allowed to speak our minds about this? It's frustrating.
I guess we are because we did.
2 words that can't be said on radio. This is going to bug me all day.
Well, maybe...
Sounds like...
Mother.
Duck.
But you could even say mother.
Of course you can.
You could say mother blanker. Blank you is probably what he meant.
He probably really was
But he was so upset that he forgot that he can say you on the radio.
No.
He's got to keep a certain decorum.
I think it was something space ass something. I think that's probably what it was.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Wow, those you can't say both words.
Right.
No, that would be a bad thing.
Right.
Either one is bad in any context.
Right.
But I don't think those are the words he was thinking. Well, I know the words. Good job. How about a good job for the show?
Pat on the back.
How about
That's what I want.
A pat on the proverbial old back.
Good job.
Good job.
I don't think that was it either.
I know what it was.
This is like deja vu all over again.
Oh.
We always got yelled at in the old days, and we were the only ones getting the ratings.
I know what the words are, by the way.
It's right here in the...
What is it?
Let me yell it. Hold on.
What? Oh, no. You're going to yell at him?
No.
No, of course not.
I'm going to yell the words.
Okay. Wait, he's going to yell through the soundproof... Yeah. Are you going to yell it in the soundproof booth?
No,
he's acting. He's acting.
Oh, okay.
He's an actor, you know.
All right, Jimmy's...
I have an audition today. I'm kind of getting character.
All right, Jimmy's in the dunking booth. What are you doing?
Right.
Attaboys.
That's it. It's acting.
Anthony, you're more logical than me. What were we supposed to do today? What were we supposed to do today? It's in the paper. It's on the New York Radio message board. It's on other message boards around America.
The sleeping on the billboard thing?
Yeah.
We talked about doing?
Yeah, let's do that. That'll get us some
Are we
listeners.
supposed to just ignore this?
Yeah, we're supposed to ignore it like it doesn't exist because we're that type of show, and we've always been this kind of show where we just cover it up and don't talk about it. Of course we talk about it. It's in the papers. People bring it up.
Well, the look on Tom's face, Bill might be right from Waterford. Bill from Waterford writes on the instant feedback, I got it. Effing C's.
Oh, that could be too. Good one.
Tom's too much. It would be A. The second part would start with A.
Yeah.
It's just not his nature to get
He's a
that
gentleman.
vulgar. Yeah, he's a
gentleman.
If I may be permitted, he's snazzily dressed.
Yes.
He wouldn't speak that horribly. I might think it, but he wouldn't say it.
I would suggest we do 2 hours commercial free at this point, because as soon as the mics go off.
Oh, no, that's right. And I was just going to predict the future that I see an after-show meeting. I see an after-show meeting.
Have fun.
But I see an after we're done with this segment meeting.
I'll turn the mics right back on.
No.
We got to protect ourselves somehow.
Just leave them on in the background while the spots play.
And you know...
Oh, I know what words you want to yell.
But what?
Eric's fired. Sorry, Hall.
They don't even know what he does.
Someone's head has to roll.
He's safe.
Job or no job?
All right, well, we'll move on.
Yeah, let's move on to everything we had planned for the day as if this was just another day on
God
the Opie
forbid
and
we
Anthony
state
show.
the obvious. God forbid.
Yeah.
We even stated the obvious about Chicago.
Not allowed.
We even said that Chicago, the ratings are still not happening.
No.
But we've only been on in Chicago, what, a month and a half?
Yeah, it was like a month.
So we could officially say it's not our fault
and
still.
it doesn't count. Yeah. It's pretty much still the old numbers. We'll wait to see what happens in the fall for that.
All right, let's say hi to Coke Logic. Coke Logic.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, I've noticed there's been billboards, there's been the commercial.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, is there some sort of glitch in the system that is still a 0.0 for Chicago? I mean...
Well, I was just joking. I mean, it might as well be a 0.0. I mean, we got something.
Oh, there has been a bump.
Well, I wouldn't call it a bump. Maybe like the start of a pimple, maybe.
It was a boo.
Maybe.
Yeah. Little boo. But the way things work in the radio world, we haven't been on long enough.
Right.
We didn't start the same time we started here, and a lot of that bit of the ratings aren't even ours. So
I hear you.
we gotta wait.
Yeah.
Now
There's
next
a
one,
stronger and stronger
that'll be ours, and there'll be no excuses.
I predicted 11 share.
We officially have an excuse for Chicago still?
Yeah, officially we do.
All right.
We have an excuse, as long as we have an excuse.
So the excuse today, Coke Logic, too early to tell for Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a question for Jimmy.
You may ask it.
Welcome back. Hey,
Thank you.
Are you going to move the date on your Zanies gig?
For what?
For Chicago.
No, but why would I move the Zanies dates?
Boring.
No, but why would I move the Zanies dates?
I heard you say that on the radio.
Boring.
Well, sorry, but I will address it now.
Okay.
All right, thank you. That was exciting for everybody in the
No.
country, Coke Logic.
Nice.
All right. How was Cuba, Jimmy? Cuba.
It was good. It was nice. Well,
How'd you get there?
You two were lollygagging, enjoying the freedoms provided by our boys.
Right.
Fagging around. I was down there risking my life. There was,
Risking your life.
Yes. We flew into Jacksonville, and we stayed the night at a place called the Naval Lodge, which is like a little on base.
Ooh.
It's awful.
Does it look like a big belly button?
Oh, like
I was thinking make a naval joke. Why not?
It's a nice little, no, it's a cute little motel if you want to burn
Wait, you fly into Jacksonville?
Bad, really?
Yeah, it really is. It's an awful little motel on the. Yeah, you fly to Jacksonville into their regular airport, and then you take a taxi to the naval base. And the military is a nightmare, dude. No, if you wonder why things, and Jeff pointed this out, if you wonder why things aren't going well in Iraq, do something with the military. It is. We have to get up. I think it's 7 o'clock for an 11 o'clock flight. Like, they pick you up. They want you at the airfield at 8:30.
0700. 0830.
Yeah, I guess. 2240.
Yeah, they want you to the airport.
They want you there 3 hours before you take off, and there might be 50 people on your plane. It's a nightmare.
What type of aircraft?
They got an ATA. They rented a commercial airliner, 757, to fly us down. And we weren't treated like kings, I'll tell you that much. We were thrown in row 32A, 32B, and C. There was a first class. They didn't put us in that.
Was everyone else dressed like a soldier?
No. There were soldiers. There were some higher-ups. They're very casual on Guantanamo. It's like a lot of people don't wear uniforms there, I noticed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Who was in first class to Cuba?
It was a business class. I think it was a couple of officers, high-ranking officers.
Probably a few Canadians.
Yeah.
There's still a lot to go there.
High-ranking.
Yeah, man. We got down there, and the show was decent. You know, I mean, a lot of the higher-ups didn't like me, I could tell. The commander of the base didn't like me. The XO, who's his guy under him, didn't like me. I was a little too vulgar for them, I think. But the soldiers enjoyed it.
Of course they did. That's what they like.
They got a little weird, though, when I started talking about Islam. It's really weird, like in the military. There's so much... Jeff pointed out but he pointed out that there was so much sensitivity training. So you could feel them pull back a little bit.
Like, I better not laugh. I'm going to get... my career will end.
Yeah, it was really like an odd... And they laughed, but it was like you could feel it get like a slightly uncomfortable. I guess because there was commanding officers and stuff. And, you know, so I just lapsed into my filthy porn material. Much to the enjoyment of the soldiers and the abhorrence of the anybody who's like a non-enlisted man. Found it repulsive. It was an enjoyable time. You know, I mean, it's not. You don't feel like you're in Cuba though. You feel like you're in the States, dude. You know, you're just
technically it's part of the States. You know?
No, it's not.
No,
it's rented Cuban land.
Rented?
Yeah,
I thought we got that after
we rent that land
after we decided we weren't going to invade them. They had to give us some property over there, and they decided that they were going to take their missiles away.
We've been on in Cuba since we've been in Cuba. Boy, if that's not Freudian. We've been in Cuba since like late 1800s. The U.S.
How did they not
there?
Just throw us out then?
Because there was a lease. We rented it, and I don't know why they didn't throw us out during the Cuban Missile Crisis. But Christopher Columbus landed there for a day. And then dummy didn't think there was any fresh water there, so he went on to his next rape/abomination. Nice job, Columbus. You didn't think there was anybody, so you went and discovered Jamaica, and then he discovered him. This guy finds a lot of places where people are already there. Maybe he could come here and discover some listeners for the rest of the station. Hey, 2 words for you, Bubba.
Tom, that was Jimmy Norton. Look at him next time. Why do you have to look at me?
I don't know.
You guys should face the booth.
Look at the paper.
Face the booth.
I'm not going to look over there.
He's looking. He's right there.
Is he waiting?
No, he's
waiting. God.
So Cuba was good.
Yeah,
the base was good. Is there a Starbucks on the base?
They do serve Starbucks coffee. There's a McDonald's on the base.
Oh.
They have the Golden Arches and all that?
Yeah.
What?
Drive-through.
No.
There's probably 9,000 people on the base since 9/11. There used to be like 2,000, and then they had old Camp America set up, which is where all the detainees are stored.
You didn't go there?
Yes, we did.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you get to kick them or anything, or have some fun?
You don't get near the detainees, but the fact that we got into that camp.
I had an idea for you, which would have been really fun. You get yourself a leash. And you get one around the neck with a leash and build a pyramid out of them naked, and then smoke a cigarette and point at them.
Believe me, I would have done nothing but Lindy England jokes if they didn't back out on the Islam stuff. They got really a little tense, and I was like, all right, I understand what's going on.
Taken aback? They'd probably just been beating them.
Well, you know
they wanted to laugh.
They sell shirts. I bought Guantanamo shirts for people in this room. I'll bring them tomorrow. Yeah, I got them. I just didn't bring them today because I was rushing out. But they have some other ones that they will only sell you as you're leaving the island, where it's like, they're like a bunch of rats being drowned, Al-Qaeda references. They're funny shirts.
Oh.
And the reason they can't sell them anymore is because the pukey do-gooder Red Cross was there and thought that was too racist or whatever. They're Taliban fighters. These are not victims. They're Taliban fighters.
Yeah.
Being imprisoned, and you can't sell shirts that kind of depict them meanly. So what they do is, as you're leaving the island, 4 hours earlier than you have to be anywhere, you're, all gathering like a bunch of creeps in this little area being checked off. You have to write down your order, and they give it to you at the airport, at the Naval Station Airport. Like it's a drug deal. It's like a dope deal with naughty T-shirts.
Are they funny shirts?
They're all right. I mean, for
no big deal.
Yeah, did I howl?
Hey,
no.
Did they take you for a ride in the middle of the night?
No. You can't leave the base. You cannot.
See, I lost that bet. I go, Jimmy, I bet you there's a way.
You cannot leave that base.
I bet you there's a way where they take you for a little ride at night to check out some stuff.
You cannot leave the base. They basically took us to Camp America, but when you pull into Camp America, there is literally, and I'm not exaggerating, on the fenced off area where they keep the detainees, there's a sign every 10 feet on the fence that says no photography. You cannot take pictures there. So we went to where the food is served. We went in and talked to some soldiers. I went out to go to the bathroom. They took my camera before I left the building to walk 50 feet to the bathroom.
Really?
They won't let you leave the building with your camera. So they're really strict. And then they told us the detainees get the same ice cream and food that the soldiers get. And I wanted to throw up.
And that would probably, I wish Ozzy would have been there on your way to the bathroom. You without your camera. What are the odds?
What are you doing, man? I'm here to entertain the detainees. Me too, the victims.
All right, why don't we...
Jim would have been the guy getting being shot because he's taking a picture.
Right. We should take a break.
And then I had a 17-hour travel day yesterday.
All right, we'll talk about that when we get back.
Oh, it's a big teaser for the folks.
How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Is the boss going to curse us out during the break?
Yep, guaranteed.
Why?
Because.
What's going on?
Nothing yet.
Anything?
Nothing yet. See, everyone knows.
Oh, fan.
All right, it's the ONA virus spreading across America.
Opie and Anthony's appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman will re-air tonight, Tuesday, October 17th. Jim Norton is scheduled to appear on The Late Show on November 1st. Check local listings for showtimes.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony's appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman will re-air tonight, Tuesday, October 17th. Jim Norton is scheduled to appear on The Late Show on November 1st. Check local listings for showtimes.
Get in touch with the Opie and Anthony Show right now by phone 866-WOW1-WOW or go to instant feedback online at opieandanthony.com. It's the Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202. Opie and Anthony!
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. The ONA virus spreading across America. We got a talking to during the commercial break.
You're a pisser, man. Little talking to.
Now we're all bummed out. I know what everyone needs.
We're just not used to it, that's all.
What?
The talking tos. We haven't gotten one in so long.
I know.
It really, went through a really nice honeymoon phase. That's all.
Thank
God.
And
then we had our first little spat.
Thank God we have two bosses. Because Eric Logan is emailing like crazy going, I love you. We're in the weirdest position at radio, I just got to tell you.
The parents shouldn't play against each other like that.
I know.
It's not healthy for the children.
Well, why don't we all laugh?
Let's laugh. All right.
And I'm happy I'm relaxed. I'm happy I'm relaxed. I'm happy I'm relaxed. Boo, 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 boo.
There you go.
How could you not feel good after that? I feel great.
We're all happy again.
Now I'm happy. That was a fun song.
I felt like my parents was like yelling at me or something. It's just so weird. Aren't we grown men at this point?
I said no. Don't ever mistake yourself for that. As long as you have this job.
We have the only jobs in America where like you get yelled at like you're a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, like in business, when the boss comes to your cubicle, he'll discuss things for the most part.
Yeah.
Like you're an adult, and if you screwed up, you get a talking to as an adult.
Right.
But yeah, we get yelled at like your father comes in.
And then we have to go, I'm sorry.
Oh, gee, I don't know what to say.
I won't miss curfew again.
I don't know what to say.
All right, next time I'll ask before I take your car.
I learned it from you, okay?
Yeah.
I learned it from you.
All right, I'll mow the lawn. It's just always awkward.
Yeah.
So, Jimmy, it took 17 hours to get home yesterday?
It was an abomination.
Yeah?
They make you wake up at 6:45 to leave your luggage outside. Me and Tony Woods shared a townhouse. It was me, Tony Woods, Jeff Ross. They gave us townhouses. We split on base. They had really nice facilities. They do that for visitors. So you have to put your luggage on the front lawn or on the porch for them to pick it up at 7 in the morning. We get picked up at 8. Guantanamo Bay is split in like two halves, and there's like a ferry that takes you between. So we have to go to the ferry. We finally get over to the air station for an 11 o'clock flight. Our bags come there at 10:30. We just check our bags right there. Like, you understand, we had to wake up an hour early, leave our bags outside the porch, and then they just meet us there 3.5 hours later. We fly to Jacksonville, and I'm sitting, of course, next to my new friend. You know, guy does, like, you know, helicopter security president. And, yeah, you know, just talking, invite me to the White House. You know how it is. He makes new friends. And
we got yelled at.
Yeah, no, he's just like...
You're making new friends, and we got yelled at.
Nah, he's a good guy. He just wants to see if I want to come for a White House tour, you know how it is.
You can go to the White House?
Well, it all depends on what wing I want to see. Like, he's not really doing the helicopter security anymore. He's more in the, like, advanced planning, you know, 25th Amendment stuff, you know, that type of stuff. Like, if the president gets hurt, what they do. You know, the stuff that you have to do high up in the government. And those are the kind of friends I have. And he said, basically he was saying that if I want to come for a tour of the White House... to give I think it's like a 2-week notice so they can do a background check.
Can I go?
Well, it all depends, because now he said if I want to tour the West Wing, then you probably need like almost like a 2-month notice, because the security check. Yeah, well, that's where the president hangs out. I mean, you might bump into him. That's like a huge security check.
Hey, Jimmy Norton. I loved Lucky Louie.
How great would that be? That would be the finest moment of my life.
The president knows
if all three of us were there, and he happened to say that I liked Lucky Louie, but he won't.
You're funny.
So that's what I did. And then we landed in Jacksonville, and we had a nice 5:10 flight, which was delayed because of the weather in Houston. 6 hours. There was a 6-hour flight delay on my plane.
Well, because the plane's coming from Houston?
There was weather swamped them in. They couldn't get into Houston.
They're in hell down there in Houston.
Yeah.
I saw the flood water.
Oh, yeah.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
So
I thought you meant the Katrina evacuation. Okay. The weather, yeah. I thought maybe the plane was up on blocks at the terminal when you got on it.
Yeah, there's 5,000 people living in it. Yeah, and so me and Jeff just last minute. I hate panicking at airports. We ran over to Delta, bought tickets last minute to fly. My car's at Newark to fly into LaGuardia because I was afraid I was going to miss today's...
festivities?
Yeah, man, I was going to miss the show today.
Talking to?
I thought, I was afraid I was going to miss today's scolding. I flew home for a scolding. I ran through the airport. I've never run through the... You know me. I'm Ernest Early, if I may.
Of course you are.
I'm Oscar on time. I'm Pete prepared. I'm Frank first in line. You know? I'm Elmer Elite. I don't like to be Larry late.
No.
I don't want to be Ralph
Never.
Runs. It was we bought tickets. We were so annoying the lady at the Continental desk that we switched to Delta. The fat lady that worked for Continental actually took the escalator down and went and got our bags for us to guarantee that they were on the Delta plane. So we bought at 5:30. We bought 5:40. We bought tickets for a 6:30 flight. We had to be checked in by 6. The guy was actually very nice for Delta. Checks us in, and then because we bought our tickets last minute, that's apparently a huge security risk. So we have to go through the orange line.
Orange line.
We have like a giant orange ticket with you, which means extra security. And
oh,
it was
boy.
6:15 for
that
a 6:30
must be nice
flight.
to walk around with.
Yeah.
It's like, 6:15
for a 6:30 flight. I'm like, sir, we're not going to make our plane. And he's like, well, I can't do anything about that. Those TSA workers are, for the most part, scumbags. I know you guys got a job to do, and it's brutal, but you are detached scumbags. And thank God one of them one of the passengers let me go in front of him. A nice passenger said, yeah, you can go in front of me.
Hey, you're being a little negative. I don't want to be yelled at by anyone else today.
Yes, 2 words for you.
Yeah.
Terrorism. So I got to stand that new machine, though, that new one that zips, that blows air on you, those new... It looks like a Star Trek portal.
And it's supposed to, like, if you have any explosive residue on you or anything, it blows it into some sensors.
That's what it must have done, because it was blowing air all over. And I actually wanted to go through again, because I felt, if I may, vivacious.
Refreshing.
Refreshed and vivacious.
Did you get that feeling?
What?
You know, like when you were climbing the ropes in gym class?
What?
You get a little tickle.
Oh.
Did it tickle your area?
Oh, no. I had on heavy, thick jeans.
Yeah.
I don't know what I wore, a short pant.
I just want to check out your package. They blow so much air at you.
Yeah, they blow your sweatpants back so it just showcases everything.
It's like, wow, that guy's package.
So we made this flight. And,
we're not talking explosives.
What did you just get on and they shut the door?
Oh, I've never heard this before as I'm running. A final boarding call as I'm running through I've never heard that before.
You're always relaxed, sitting, reading.
I'm always kicking back, perusing the newspaper.
You're sleeping sometimes by that point already.
So we got on, we made it home. I was afraid of missing the show today because I was afraid they were going to cancel the flight.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I did it with Jeff and Tony. Tony Woods is one of the funniest people alive.
Yeah.
I forgot he is one of the funniest people on the planet. So hopefully, if he's in town, he's a great comic. I had to say that because I forgot how great he was.
Yeah, we'd love to have him come by.
Yeah.
Right.
That's my whole Guantanamo story. Not much to tell.
Really?
How big is the base?
Yeah.
Can you look across it?
No. It's like 40 square miles.
40 square miles?
Yeah, 40 square miles.
Oh, okay.
And again, it's split by a bay, so you take a ferry from one side to the other. It's
they have a beach?
Yeah, they do, actually.
They have a nice beach?
Yeah. And they have these little crabs, land crabs, banana rats. We saw giant lizards. It really was creepy. Crawling around, they have salmonella on their skin, and they're crawling around the restaurant under the tables, which was nice.
Yeah.
You know, we met the base commander. These two NASCAR guys came down. Really, you want to talk about this is who I am, and this is what a douche I am. They have for the two NASCAR drivers who came one day. They came. We were there Friday, Saturday morning till Monday night, or whatever it was, Monday morning. And the two NASCAR drivers came one day, and the base commander has a big ceremony for the NASCAR drivers. He has a big flag that was on Guantanamo. It's in this like piece of wood that they've made, and it says this flag was flown over Guantanamo. And they present it to you, and the photographers are snapping photos. And then he gave one to Jeff Ross, and then me and Tony just kind of sat there, eagerly awaiting our flags.
No.
And we didn't get them.
They never came.
No, I didn't stand up.
Flags never.
But I really did think I was getting one. And after Jeff Ross, the base commander looked at me a little bit.
Oh, no, you made the move.
Dude, I did this with the chair.
You made the move to get up and get your non-existent flag.
I thought because the NASCAR guys got him, and then they said to Jeffrey Ross. So I'm like, we're all going to get these special things presented by the base commander.
Why didn't you get one?
Why would I?
Yeah,
so I pushed the chair back.
Ready to get up.
And then that was it. There was no more.
What a Ralph Cramden moment that is.
Dude, thank God I didn't.
Here it comes.
My fortune. Thank God I didn't stand up.
I want to thank the base commander for my flag.
He didn't like me.
Sit down, Ralph.
They were all polite, though. The base commander didn't like me.
All right. Well, very good, Jimmy. Good to have you back.
Oh,
glad you made it. Out of the S, as they say.
They fired another sports announcer.
Yep.
Yeah, they're dropping like flies.
I guess in sports you can't have an opinion either.
Nah, no opinion. No. They'll give you a talking to and then boot you out the door.
Yeah.
Well, we had the guy yesterday. We talked about him.
That was just dumb.
Yeah.
Is that the Spanish going?
Yeah, he was talking about Lou Piniella.
It was so
and
innocent.
his wallet.
It was a callback to something that was said earlier in the broadcast.
And apparently Piniella was laughing at it.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, did they rehire him, or is he done?
Done.
Of course.
He's done.
Well, this is why the guy got fired for this yesterday. It was Steve Lyons. Just in case you weren't listening yesterday.
1-2 to Cat. That's fouled back out of play. The bilingual Lou Piniella.
It's funny, Lou's oblong some Espanol there, and I'm still looking for my wallet. I don't understand him, and I don't want to sit close to him now.
Now, what was the wallet callback? Was he saying because he was Spanish he ripped his wallet off, or was there something else that tied in?
Lou Piniella said something about a wallet, and it was some kind of a really stupid analogy to baseball, and he brought up a wallet.
So the guy was just saying, like, look at Lou's acting like an ass over here, and I'm still trying to basically figure out what he was talking about before. It had nothing to do with real.
Well, because
it was kind of a Hispanic.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't want to be, he's talking Spanish, so his wallet's missing, kind of a thing.
Oh, it was okay.
Doesn't want to sit next to the Hispanic guy for fear of his wallet being stolen.
He should, but what does he expect in this climate? What a dope.
Of course.
What do you expect?
You should be allowed to say stuff like that.
Of course, you should be encouraged to.
But he should have known better.
Yeah, what a dope.
You can't say things like that. You'd be thrown out.
Well, we saw the big fight over the weekend, right? In that football game?
No.
You didn't see the fight?
I had no communication with the States at all.
The video is amazing.
I was in a communist country.
It was an all-out brawl at the Orange Bowl. Oh, all-out brawl. One guy takes his helmet off and whacks the other guy in the back of the head or in the back of his neck or whatever. They're stomping on one of the players, kicking him as he's down.
Oh.
It was an all-out brawl. It wasn't one of these little skirmishes or whatever. And skirmishes. And, the announcer said something during the melee, and he got fired for it. This is what he said.
Horrible violence all over the field, and it's hard to point in any particular direction. Now the Metro-Dade police trying to restore order.
And that's what I'm talking about. You come into our house, you should get your behind kicked. You don't come in the OB playing that stuff. You across the ocean over there. You across the city. You can't come over to our place talking noise like that. You get your butt beat. I was about to go down the elevator and get in that thing.
Well, the guy's excited.
Boy.
The guy's a bit excited.
Oh, boy.
I thought that guy was a player. He was an announcer?
Yeah.
Beat it. What do you think is going to happen for that?
Scram.
He's excited, man. It's an all-out brawl going on.
Yeah, but he's really encouraging
I thought
it.
he was a player on the field talking about why they beat up the other team.
Yeah.
He's the local guy, though, I think. He's the local announcer.
He wanted to jump in.
Yeah, he wanted to take the elevator down there.
This is what happens when you come into our town.
Yeah,
what art? Yeah, maybe that's not what should happen. Maybe it's good sportsmanship.
Here's the story. Saturday's mid-game brawl between the University of Miami and Florida International University claims its first off-the-field victim Monday when Lamar Thomas, a former Miami player, so he's a former Miami player. He's got a vested interest here, who cheered the fight on from a broadcasting booth and even threatened to join it, was fired from his announcing job.
He didn't threaten to join it. He was just joking.
He got caught up in the moment and got excited.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to get caught up in a moment like that. That's supposed to be a horrific thing that you're supposed to just sit there and go, this type of thing does not belong in sports.
They all got
This
pads on.
is not good. The children may be watching. Very shocking that we see this. You're not supposed to sit there and... Guy sounds like a gangbanger.
Yeah. That's what happens when you come into our house.
Yeah, our house.
Do you?
That's our turf.
Well, they showed
turf.
up.
Do they still say turf?
I don't know.
Talking
1962.
Like a Beretta episode. What an ass I am.
He wanted to go down there with his knife and throw it from his left hand and back to his right. Then his left hand and back to his right. And wear his denim jeans cuffed with white socks and black shoes.
We'll put a kerchief between our teeth so we can be close range when we stab at each other.
Ew, is that what they held their teeth
You
with?
see that one? Yeah. You put like a kerchief or a bandana in your teeth, and the other guy would put it in his teeth, and you'd have a knife fight at close range.
What if you let go?
And you're a pussy.
I would have let go.
Well, if you let go, then apparently you had the chance to put it back in your mouth, but you didn't let go. It was part of the honor of the knife fight.
But what if you didn't like the way it was pulling on your teeth, or if you felt it was bad for your bridge?
It goes on here. We got good news here, guys. Comcast Sports Southeast fired Thomas from his job doing color commentary on Hurricanes games and will edit his fiery remarks during the brawl from a replay of the telecast Wednesday. Are they going to edit out the fight, too? I think the fight is a lot worse than what the guy said. So,
I bet they edit the fight out.
So if you're going to edit out what he said about the fight, might as well just edit out the fight as well.
I bet they do.
They're not going to edit out the fight. That's going to drive ratings.
I don't know. That's a tough call. I bet they edit it out, though.
So they're going to...
I bet they do.
I say they don't.
Pinky bet.
But then all of a sudden it's just going to be dead air where the guy was commenting about how he wanted to join.
You know where that pinky goes. That really makes a pinky bet worthwhile.
When the head-stomping, helmet-swinging brawl erupted during the third quarter, Thomas not only repeatedly cheered UM on, but said he wanted to join them in taking a shot at the FIU team. And then they basically quote what he said. He even seemed disappointed when the referee finally got control. Why don't they just meet outside in the tunnel after the ball game and get it on some more, he urged. You don't come into the Orange Bowl, baby. We've had a down couple of years, but you don't come in here talking trash.
The OB. He called it the OB.
That's the Orange Bowl.
Yeah, the Orange Bowl, the OB.
Yeah, what a DB he is.
Everything sounds tough when you call it that.
SN.
Tom is on the phone with him right now with some choice words. You come in here talking smack. It's time to get it on. We let you play in our stadium. They play well. I got to give it to FIU. They played well so far, but you crossed the line at some point. Thomas, in an interview with the Miami Herald an hour before he was fired, said no one from CSS suggested he tone it down during the telecast and that he hadn't heard from the network since, but he seemed to clearly expect some disciplinary action. I'm very new to this whole media thing, said Thomas. I'm an ex-player. I love the school I was doing games for. I'm very passionate about the University of Miami. I love those kids just like my brothers. I played with my emotions on my sleeve, and I broadcast games just like that. Unfortunately, this thing blew up into a national event, and I was caught with my pants down. To do it all over again, I would be a little more tactful. His threat to join the fight, Thomas said, was a joke. Everybody who knows anything about the Orange Bowl knows it's going to take at least 40 minutes to go down the elevator from the press box, he said. I'm 36 years old, man. What am I going to do down there? It was a joke, but people didn't take it that way. That's the way it goes.
Slow joke.
Fired.
Oh, Jimmy, man, that is funny.
Fired.
Fired. Gotta watch what you say in this day and age. You really do. You just get thrown out the door. It's amazing.
Kelly in New York, what's up?
Hi, I just wanted to call you out, Opie out.
Yeah.
Because Jimmy was making fun of wearing black shoes and white socks, and Opie was proudly showing off his shoes onto Pal Talk cameras, wearing black shoes and white socks.
Well, no, I would wear black shoes and white socks. I've done it many times, despite the rumors to the contrary. I was only making fun of that with the cuffed up pants like it was done in the 50s in reference to a gang fight.
Okay, but Opie's got to change his socks.
Yeah, I'm wearing black
I don't have
sneakers.
to change my socks. First of all, they're not. These are like the new Timberlands.
The socks aren't.
Huh?
Socks aren't.
The white socks.
Yeah, they're white socks. They're brown. They're not like dress shoes. They're just casual shoes. I don't give a crap what socks I wear.
You only wear white socks,
Always.
right? You just have white socks?
I have some, I have some colored socks, but some.
Well,
I hate the fact that the heel of my sock actually always sticks out the back of my sneaker. And my feet are fat and short.
You know what's creepy? We're doing a radio show, and Kelly knows what I'm wearing today.
I was watching you on Pal Talk.
They're these new Timberlands. They pop on, they pop off. They're almost like slippers.
And Anthony wears like dark socks with sneakers like a Haitian.
I have lovely dress socks on.
See, I think
they're wonderful.
They're nice, but not with sneakers. They're weird.
They're not quite sneakers. These are like nice sneakers.
They're shoe sneakers.
Does it really matter, though?
No.
Unless you're showing everybody your new shoes and you see the white socks. But in general, I walk around, you can't even tell I have white socks on.
Stupid radio.
I wear white socks and a Speedo with a suit jacket.
Ooh, hot.
A sport coat.
Is it a leopard Speedo?
My friend was Indian, and he used to always say pants. He used to say the pant. And I used to hate that. Like, yes, I spilled something on the pant.
The pant.
He would singularize pant, and I hated him for it.
Yeah.
My Indian buddy
should.
From across the street.
All right, Kelly, thank you.
Okay.
All right, let's say hi to Johnny in the Bronx. Johnny?
Yeah, I wanted to call you out. You guys said he was doing color commentary.
Yeah.
I believe it's African-American commentary.
Oh, now that old gag.
Now with the language.
At least be clever.
Someone enjoyed my Schwoogie voice. Thank you, Amanda, in Brooklyn. Opie, love your Schwoogie voice impersonation. Keep it up. It was so good. I thought I was listening to the real audio.
Barry Pepper was on this show, or no, he's not on the show today, because he's on that show.
Who's Barry Pepper?
I don't know.
Barry Pepper's a big star.
I don't know who Barry Pepper is.
Remember the sniper in Saving Private Ryan?
That was Barry Pepper?
That's Barry Pepper.
Don't we have him on, or no, we don't?
Supposed to. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's say hi to Matt.
Whoever shows up on this show shows up. That's all I ever know on a daily basis.
I know.
I don't care.
Who do we have today? Brian Cox coming in, and Laszlo coming in a little while. Let's say hi to Matt in Jersey. Matt?
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's up?
Not even a line. I can't believe I finally got through. It's been years, and I just want to say that what Norton says about the double standard. I mean, it was the double standard about the Pinella interview. Not the Pinella interview. I'm stumbling.
Oh my God!
Hold on.
You are a complete mess,
Go
Matt.
ahead, you nervous Nelly.
Take a breath and then begin.
His clammy hands right now must feel like a jogger's feet.
You're talking about the college football announcer.
Well, no, actually, yeah. I mean, that was crazy. They have this, but I'm talking about the Pinella. I'm listening to the Pinella game.
Yeah.
And Brenneman, that dope, is just he instigated the whole thing. I just hate the whole double standard with like sportscasters, and Norton's so right, and well, you guys are all right. I mean, the double standard, you can say things, but you can't say things. Michael Irvin is a guy, he got caught with a crack pipe, slap on the wrist, 1 week suspension, but Harold Reynolds is gone. It's just, Lyons is out. It's so ridiculous. I just got so fed up, but I thank so much for letting me on. I mean, you guys are the best.
Wow.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
I hope so. I hope to meet you someday in radio as I try to get my crap together as I'm bumbling on your radio show.
Yeah,
It's all right. It's hard on the
good
phone.
job.
You're a little nervous.
All right, Matt, thank you.
I don't like doing phoners when I'm on the show, so Godspeed, son.
Let's go to Crystal in Michigan before we take another break. Crystal.
Yeah. Hi.
Let's go Tigers.
Hi.
Let's go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Yeah.
Go Tigers. Sounded sincere.
He has to drive 2 hours to work, and he doesn't have to work. And his name is Dan Thurston. I was just wondering if I could say it, and so he could hear it.
What are you calling for? Whoa. What? Wait, excuse me. What you called? Shut your mouth. You called just to say your husband's name?
No, to tell him he doesn't have to work and drives 2 hours for nothing.
This is the worst call I've ever heard. I've gotten dead relative calls that I enjoyed more than this one.
Well,
I don't care about your husband's drive.
Maybe
Why don't you call him? Does he have a cell phone?
No, he leaves his phone home with his friend.
I wonder why.
Yeah,
I know what's going on. Listen,
Oh,
let me tell you what's
boy,
going on
Crystal.
there, Crystal. Now you got us to react.
Oh, Crystal.
Your husband knows he doesn't have to work today.
No.
But he thinks you don't know that, and he's off seeing the mistress right now.
He's cheating on you right now.
Cheating on you right now.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, Crystal.
Left his cell phone home conveniently. Who leaves their cell phone?
Yeah, who leaves his cell phone home? Why would he leave it at home?
Pregnant wife.
Well,
You're
more reason to have sex with someone else.
Oh, he is so cheating. Crystal, there is a 98% chance right now he's cheating on you.
2% chance he's dead, so either way, it's not good. Right now, he's taking his fingers and rubbing them under a girl's nose, and she's going, oh, no, I got to wash that off with soap and water.
He's heard me. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Well,
with that voice, I hope he didn't.
Oh, boy.
Do you now understand why he left for work? He wants nothing to do with this irritating pregnant monster. She's lactating and complaining.
Talking about her
You want to feel a
roids.
kick? No, I don't.
Talking about her roids.
Oh,
how much they hurt pregnant women and their roids.
Oh, it looks like Stonehenge down there.
That's sexy. He's off. He doesn't have to be to work today. I just found out who's the rat that called up.
Yeah.
And said he doesn't have to be to work today. I thought he smoothed that over with everybody.
Yeah.
Remember, don't call up my house and say I don't have to work. I know I'm not working. Don't let her know. I'm going to leave the cell phone at home, so don't call the cell phone.
He probably doesn't live 2 hours away. He probably works like an hour from home, and an extra hour he's just banging.
He's got a different cell phone that he gives the number only to the mistress. So he's got that with him, so he could keep in touch with her. Oh, she's done.
She's pregnant and whining. She's just whinging with her dumb stomach.
Now we put the bug in her head, and she's just like...
She knows we're right.
Oh, that's why she hung up.
Yeah, she hung up, and now she's just... Where is he?
I just wanted to say his name.
I can't get in touch
You
with
got to
him.
think that's why she called our show. She was desperate to know.
Yeah.
You know, the cell phone's at home. She's been wondering for a while.
Well,
I know he listens to Opie and Anthony. I'll call those guys.
She's on to you.
She found lipstick on his boxers, and he explained it away, and she doesn't want to be a single mom, so she bought it. He said he was in his underpants, and he ran into someone's face by mistake.
He's gonna come home with a friend, Doc Martin.
All right, we got to take a break.
I hope right now he's cheating with a non-white prostitute. Unprotected. I hope he comes home and gives you a little something.
All right, we got lots to do. Laszlo's going to join the program. We got John Mark Carr audio from Larry King.
Yeah, I want to hear what this creep
He didn't
sounds
say
like.
much.
He finally opened up a little bit. I like how he brought up the fact that he wants to go back into teaching at some point.
Did he explain why he said that he
Creep.
wanted to, why he said he was with John Bonet when she died?
We'll get into all of that. Mike Tyson wants to
ask.
fight chicks. Madonna
Again?
stole a baby.
Didn't he just lay the hardest punch? I remember that he said something about that. Who was he married to?
Robin Givens.
Robin Givens. He said, the best punch I ever throwed was at Robin Givens during a fight. I wound up and punched her right in the face as hard as I could. That bitch can take a punch. Imagine Mike Tyson in his prime punching you in the face, and he said it was the best punch he ever threw. Oh,
It's amazing that he is 40 years old.
yeah.
I believe Tyson is 40. Is he 40?
He's
yeah, very close. If not,
so,
I think he is though.
All right, so we got lots to do when we get back. Also, we could talk about porn addiction. It was on CNN. The numbers.
You get addicted to that stuff?
Well,
wow.
They talked to this guy, Lance.
I knew that.
I've actually woke up in my computer chair, half asleep, typing away an instant message with my hands at my side.
That could be an addiction.
They talked to this guy, Lance.
Lance,
just a flare.
He says he sometimes looks at porn 3 to 4 times
Pick
a day.
up the phone, Lance.
3 to 4 times
She's
a day.
dying on me, Lance. Yeah.
3 to 4 times a day.
Is that addiction?
That's what I'm asking today. We'll get into that in a little bit.
Depends on how old he is.
Yeah. What kind of porn it is.
Yeah.
Well, he's 4.
If you're,
if it involves a horse and a runaway, it's probably
All right, listen, we got a break. These were just supposed to be little setups so we can stay on track today. Don't want to get yelled at anymore. I just can't get yelled at. It's creepy. It's downright creepy.
It's creepy.
It's really creepy.
We're going to have to slip out of here today.
No kidding.
It's going to be difficult.
It's the ONA virus spreading across America.
The Opie and Anthony Fatty Pig Fatty contest began like a stampede of hungry rhinos. But now it more closely resembles a sleepy, winded elephant.
The current heavyweight in the Fatty Pig Fatty contest is Crystal from Cleveland, who weighed in at 430 pounds. We're so sure there's someone bigger out there, we put up a fatty finder's fee in the amount of $1,000 to the person who brings in the heaviest girl by the end of the contest. So grab your sonar equipment and find us a whale. Remember, the heaviest girl at the end of the Fatty Pig Fatty contest gets $10 for every floorboard-shattering, tear-inducing, self-esteem-destroying pound on her body.
You make the rockin' world go round.
Go to opieandanthony.com for contest details.
Sponsored by H57 Hoodia.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Virus. Definition. An ultra-microscopic, inert, infectious agent that replicates only within the cells of living hosts, mainly plants and animals. Virus. Definition. A corrupting influence on morals or the intellect.
Definition 3.
A segment of self-replicating code planted to damage or shut down a system or network. This November, the network goes dark. High Voltage is no more. Opie and Anthony present The Virus on 202. A new channel, a new name, a logo with fire and shit shooting out of it. The O&A Army demanded it. XM listened. O&A all day. The virus is spreading, and it's unstoppable.
Opie and Anthony's appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman will re-air tonight, Tuesday, October 17th. Jim Norton is scheduled to appear on The Late Show on November 1st. Check local listings for showtimes.
A virus spreading across America. Laszlo in studio. We got Brian Cox stopping by. Now, what happened with Crystal before the break from Michigan?
Well, she called up, and she wanted to give a message to her hubby, Dan. Crystal's pregnant, and wanted to give a message to Dan because he listens every morning. And tell Dan, hey, turn around. You don't have to go to work today. And we kind of assumed that perhaps Dan wasn't on his way to work. I don't know.
Well, he left his cell phone home.
It just sounds a little fishy, you know? So we speculated as to what he might be doing aside from driving to work. And one of those things was perhaps he was going out for a little liaison.
We're suggesting he might be in a bunny suit. Little callback there.
Yeah.
Well, we have Dan on the line. Dan, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, Dan.
My mistress heard my wife on the phone on your show.
Yeah.
She tripped and cracked her head on the nightstand. Ramon,
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Are you the Dan?
No, I just had to.
Thanks.
Later.
That would have been cool if we got the actual.
Would have actually been good if it was Dan.
Well, we won't be ignored, Dan.
That's right. Let's go to Kate in Jersey. Kate, what's up?
Hey.
Hey.
I'm calling about the porn addiction.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's the real deal, man. My ex was a full-on porn addict. And what was better, he was an attorney,
So he'd be watching porn at work and doing whatever he was doing and then billing the clients for the hours.
Wow. The clients would get billed for him doing what he's doing, perusing pornography?
Yeah, why would you say he was a porn addict?
Does 6 hours a day qualify?
Yep.
How do you know it was 6 hours a day? You got him on the clock?
Well, when he came clean to me about that and everything else he was doing, I found out about the details.
What else was he doing?
Let's just say he and Jimmy would have had a lot to talk about.
Oh, okay. He liked getting ladies?
Yes, he did like getting ladies, and with my money.
And
with your money.
How do you not love this guy? No offense.
And let's just say he liked ladies that perhaps would drink a lot of water?
Well, no, not
okay.
to that extent.
All right, okay. I thought maybe when you said him and Jimmy had something in
Just
common.
ladies in general.
Were the clients always wondering why their legal paperwork was laminated?
Oh, yeah. He left that job one step ahead of an investigation.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, thank you, Kate.
Oh, you're so welcome.
We can
John.
get a million of those calls. The weird thing is CNN talked to someone named Lance. I don't think this guy has a problem.
Lance!
I haven't heard the audio yet, but it says Lance... never going to get through this. That Lance looked at porn 3 to 4 times a day. I think the average adult male looks at porn 3 to 4 times a day.
Yeah, definitely.
Easily, right?
If he has access to it, yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. See, that's
Lance and
Barry
Amy
Pepper.
look like your average American family. Nice house, beautiful son, happy life. But getting to this point was a lot harder than you can ever imagine.
I haven't looked at porn or anything for 3 years now.
Lance Tracy is a porn addict, and it almost destroyed his marriage.
Well, when I was first married, I was looking at porn
try harder.
On a good day or a good week, maybe once or twice a week. Bad week would be 3-4 times a day.
For Lance, the deception began almost...
It really is nothing.
That's what is that?
That's like saying I'm an alcoholic. I had a near beer on Tuesday and then a Meisterbrow on Friday afternoon. God almighty, what a
really
rookie Lance is.
That's nothing.
3 to 4 times a day?
When the internet, especially when the internet first really popped with porno, there wasn't a guy in this country that wouldn't have been considered a porn addict. You spent hours on end looking at pornography that you couldn't get in magazines or any of the places you used to get it. And it was available now at your fingertips. You were right there. You were of everyone in the country. Every man was a porn addict
Just to add
that
to
had
that,
a computer.
You couldn't even get the magazines. Most guys couldn't just go out and get a porn magazine because they were married or whatever.
Yeah, but this was easier. It was
That's what I'm
better.
saying.
It was
Well,
more
you're saying,
accessible, more material.
You're saying, that what you couldn't find in magazines. I'm saying a lot of guys just couldn't even buy the magazines themselves.
Yeah.
But now it's right there on your computer. You take a quick peek while, the wife is in the kitchen, cooking up supper.
You don't have to change your schedule at all to see it.
Right.
And, it's very addicting.
But 3 to 4 times a day?
This guy may Lance.
That's nothing.
Creep. I'm talking about, I'm late for the cellar sometimes because I can't pick myself out of my computer chair. Literally, my back hurts. I understand what addiction. I'm like, all right, well, if I keep going, I'll just take a very fast shower. I can't stop. I'm out of control. Lance is a little girl.
Really?
Hey, look at it 3 times a day. Tee. Oh, a little peek in the breast. Oh, whoops-a-daisy.
And they've got that running through the meadow acoustic music running behind them.
Yeah, like, oh, this poor.
And then when the music changes, everything goes
Everything
dark.
will be...
And he says up to 3 to 4 times a day.
Which means it's probably once or twice.
Unless those sessions lasted 4 hours apiece.
You know who told him he was a porn addict?
Huh.
That Dumbbelly's married.
Wife. His stupid wife told him that he was addicted to porn.
Either that or he got busted. He got busted, and she's like, I'm going to leave you. And he goes, but I'm an addict. I got to quit. I need help.
He's sitting there going, oh, jeez, I just looked at a few nude pictures. Enough.
Give me a break.
Times a day.
For Lance, the deception began almost immediately.
Deception?
During their entire courtship and for the first 2 years of their marriage, he kept his addiction a secret from Amy.
There's a lot of guilt and shame, and so, on my own part, because I feel morally it's not right.
I hate Lance.
See, it's this morality that comes into it. Guilt, shame. There's no shame in it. Get on there.
And then, like, for the first 2 years, through the courtship, he kept it a secret. Well, he kind of has to. What is he going to say? Sorry, I was late to pick you up, but I couldn't finish fast enough. I couldn't get that video downloaded quick enough. I just had to see what happened when the horse walked into the frame. Sorry, sweetie.
What kind of vernacular is that? Courtship. Like, he comes to courting.
Exactly.
Yeah. Come a-courting.
I go right back to the 3 to 4 times a day, though. That's nothing.
He was going to serenade her outside her window when she let her hair down. Ridiculous. What a
Lance was so ashamed that he privately sought help through a support group. Turns out, his addiction isn't uncommon.
There are men that I work with who will spend 4 to 6 hours a day online.
It's easier than ever to access porn, and as a result, porn addiction is on the rise. Rob Weiss, the director of the Sexual Recovery Institute, has seen it time and time again.
They'll get up in the middle of the night when they're sure their wife's asleep and they'll go online to look at pornography.
For Lance, his wife eventually found out, and his secret addiction became the focal point of their marriage.
I was really, really hurt. I mean, I was shocked and hurt and felt betrayed and probably angry.
He immediately got professional counseling, but his addiction caused a deep rift in their relationship.
I felt like I wasn't attractive to him because...
These stupid women don't get it.
They don't get it.
You have to be a slut every once in a while.
Yeah, you goody gumdrops.
Stop being a goody gumdrop.
Stop making eye contact.
Slut every once in a while.
Can I just point out
the secret
to James Norton that you hit that right on the head? She caught him, and he all of a sudden ended up in counseling because she was upset about the whole thing.
He does love the old nag. He doesn't want to end the relationship. But I hate to tell you, Cookie, in the sack, you're a dud. You know what you are? You're vanilla ice cream. You're melted vanilla ice cream. And he wanted to bury his face in some Twix ice cream and maybe have a little Twix bar on his chest.
Some peanut butter.
It's simple. You got to be a slut every once in a while. It comes down to that.
Yeah.
Comes down to that. The reality is we all want to F like animals from time to time.
She's a goody two-shoes. I don't want to do that. It hurts. Oh, don't pull my hair. It'll be all mussed up. I have to take the kids to work.
And there's nothing wrong with perusing pornography. Pornography on the net. What the hell's wrong with it?
He was probably on some filthy sites, too.
I don't think so.
Filthy sites.
Doesn't sound like he was.
It sounds like he was looking at some nudie pictures.
Sounds like he was just doing some basic porn.
This doesn't sound like somebody whose job is being jeopardized by going online. This is his wife was hurt like he was cheating with the computer.
Or he got caught in a dirty instant message that she found or something, and he had to tie it in with his addiction.
I don't think that he was doing it. It doesn't sound that bad. That's just it.
When they had sex and she was lying back, he would prop the laptop up on her chest by her face and just type while he was having and look up better faces and hotter things.
Hotterfaces.com.
And her chest was all sore because the laptop is hot and burning her chest. How great would that be? You just put it right on her dumb face. Don't tilt your head, stupid. I'm watching something. I just want to feel loved. Shut up.
Let's go to Bill in Jersey. Bill says it all here. Bill, go ahead.
Hi, man. What's up, guys?
Hey.
So I just heard about that, that she's complaining that, guys are getting up in the middle of the night looking at porn. Just like you guys said, if they were getting it at home, they wouldn't have to look it up.
If you're getting it enough, you don't look at porn as much.
Yeah, if your wife is some crazy freak and then they're not going to have to go.
And I'm generalizing. I'm sure there's people out there with legitimate problems where they just can't get enough. But in general, a guy will not look at porn as much or look at the hot pieces of asses walking down the sidewalk if they're getting enough at home.
Or how about this, stupid wives? Why don't you watch it with him or do something for him while he's watching it? Why don't you throw a curveball once in a while instead of being the kvetching nag that you always are? And turn that off! That's terrible!
Yeah, go over there, look when you catch him, go, what are you looking at, you filthy guy?
Yeah.
What are you looking at? Oh, you like dirty stuff like that, do you? And then just smack him or something.
Right. That's right. Stop being a mommy and be a slut every once in a while.
She got her big bunt mom jeans on when she came into that room and went, oh my God!
Wearing
Lance!
Wearing sensible sneakers.
She looks up at the wedding picture of both of them with their arms around each other, and then looks at the screen, and there's just disgusting donkey and a Spanish woman.
DirtyCowgirls.com. How could you?
Oh, Lance. You took a vow.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You know what an awful lay she must be?
Oh.
An awful lay. Where she only wants it one way, where she has to put her hands on his shoulders and look in his eyes, and he has to try to focus with his eyes wide open, pretending she's anyone but the stupid mullet wife that she is. His eyes are open so wide, he's trying to fantasize his contacts fall in her mouth.
Gotta throw a little lust in the relationship. It's not all about love, ladies.
Pull his sweatpants down the next time you catch him watching porn. Stop being such a buzzkill.
Spank his hiney.
Yeah, tell me it's bad and pull his pants down.
You're naughty boy for watching that, aren't you?
And make him put on a pair of your pants. Oh, sorry.
You want to do that?
You know what, though? Be dirty for real, and don't try that fun wife naughtiness that you and your dumb girlfriends talk about. Like, maybe I'll give him a swat on the fanny. That's not sexy to a porn addict. A swat on the fanny turns no one on.
Swat on the fanny.
Like one of those, you're naughty, and then they giggle after and spoil the illusion. Stop laughing, you whore, I've been bad.
I'd love to hear the counseling session, too. I admit it, I like pictures of girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Lance.
All right, let's continue here. The audio's great.
To him because he wasn't initiating the same way, and I think he was getting a lot of his needs met over the internet. Yes. And so I started wondering, what's wrong with me?
Well, what's wrong with you is you didn't get the hint, the 20 million times when he said,
Exactly.
Hello, look.
When he said things like, excuse me, that's not corn on the cob you're eating.
See, they just
lighten up.
They just looked the other way, and he gave her all the signs right there, and it was probably normal, stuff that he wanted.
I'm a busy mother.
Do you have a picture of her?
That'd be good.
Stan, do you have a picture of her?
Well, here we go.
What she looks like.
Here we go. Listen to this clip.
Even as Lance struggled to regain control of his life, as with any addiction, there were times he fell off the wagon.
While I was trying to get better and going to these different little programs and whatnot, I was still looking at it off and on. That was, a good sign that I was definitely addicted. It was a failure to stop, even though I was trying to stop.
We have a saying that internet pornography is the crack cocaine of sex addiction. And what we've been able to tell in the last few years is that on MRIs, when you see a sex addict's brain light up around sexual stimulation, it looks like a cocaine addict.
That's actually the truth, but the crack addiction is awful because you don't pipe people over the head to get money to join a website. You don't shoot cops over porn addictions on websites. It's kind of a dumb thing.
Well, good news, guys. The story ends nicely here.
The music gonna get.
Let me guess how it ends nicely.
There it is.
Wait, let me guess how it ends nicely.
Okay.
He finally begins to conquer his porn addiction, and then she jumps for joy and paralyzes herself, and now he watches it with her in the bed next to him. And there's nothing she can do but blow at her tube. She blows in the tube, and the NO lights up on her screen. She was just about to jump and yell, whoopee! And her stupid mom foot hit the top step, and she tumbled down clumsily like a sack of potatoes.
Now she tries to yell at him through a straw.
Old parrot lungs.
What's that you're trying to say, dear? As he's just got his hands full.
It wasn't easy.
No.
But with determination, spirituality, and the love of his wife, Lance is getting better.
I've been sober for 3 years. Almost to the date.
And
wait. Did he say sober?
Yeah.
Could you stop using the same words?
Exactly.
It's
say it. I've been boring for 3 years.
Yeah. I've been horny for 3 years. Why do they use that? It really takes away from alcoholism and drug addiction when people say this.
Yeah, when's the last time you
use it like this?
Beat your wife and kids and didn't remember it due to a porn addiction? I mean, it's the same addiction. It really is. But, I mean, don't over-dramatize it.
Almost to the date.
And now, To celebrate all that they've gone through, Lance and Amy have decided to renew their vows on their 5th wedding anniversary.
5th wedding. He's whipped already.
To start over and put the past behind us, and instead of trading in new partners, we just moved away from the past and renewed our vows with each other.
It's over, Johnny.
She's fire. We've made it through, and and we are better for it now.
Yeah, you really sound convincing.
Very convincing, Lance.
Yeah. He's got to take her to Patrice's Swinger Club.
Yeah, take her to La Trapeze.
Ew, did Patrice go to a swingers club?
La Trapeze. Yeah, it was. Oh, Patrice had some stellar stories yesterday.
What did he do at the swingers club besides make every other couple uncomfortable? When he wandered in the room with a hot chick and they're like, what is? Can he just leave? We'll take her. Can he stand guard at the door like one of those bouncers in a strip club when you're getting a lap dance?
God, we got everyone that wants to pipe in on this porn addiction thing. We got a counselor, Luana.
Hey, how are y'all today?
All right,
hi, Luana.
Let's go.
Well, I just wanted to say, you realize he's not just looking at the porn 3 and 4 times a day.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Right. Yeah, he's taking care of business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then he has nothing for his wife. So that does put a strain on the relationship.
He has nothing for his wife because she hasn't given him anything.
Luana, she sounds like a dud.
Yeah, she sounds like a dud. She sounds like she just lays on her back and can't wait for it to be over so she could check on the kids and go back to being a mom.
And
she likes being a mommy.
The whole thing about him being, or her being, horrified when she saw it. Oh, my God.
Yeah, like, why didn't she jump in and help out and have a good time with it?
Well, not a lot of women have that freedom to do that. It's been sexually repressed for a long time.
Yeah, but that's it. Look, I'm sick of, I understand that, but there's no victims, only volunteers. You can't keep saying things like, as a woman, I expect to be treated equally. I expect this. I expect that. I demand this. I demand that. And you're right to demand that stuff. But then when it comes to the sexual views, you still play the victim. Well, we're taught we're not supposed to do that. Well, you're also at one point taught you're not supposed to make as much as a man, or you're not as smart as a man, or you're not as dominating in the workplace as a man. And yet you override those things. So what about the sexual stuff?
You're right. I don't disagree with you, Jimmy. You're 100% correct. But it's an addiction. It's very serious. It's very scary.
Yeah, it is.
And it does ruin lives. I mean,
but this guy didn't sound addicted. This guy sounded whipped. This guy, and let me tell you something also. If this happened after 5 years, like this was just 5 years, they're renewing their vows, then it probably started pretty early in their marriage. So if they got to do that, and then she talked him into the renewing the vows to make everything all better, it's over, Johnny.
I also blame him because he probably wanted more from a wife in a relationship and just kind of looked past all that. He probably realized early on that she was a dud in bed.
Like, oh, boy, this ain't going to be good.
Well,
right.
He was probably doing that long before they got married. And a lot of times, sex addicts will get married thinking, well, this is going to stop it. This is going to help.
Right.
But
that's...
Right.
No, I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's going to make them, if I have a wife, I'll straighten up. I won't do it anymore.
As a guy, look, I mean, I love porn. I think I'm probably addicted to it, to the concept of it, to all of it, and I behave like an addict with it. So I understand that. And a lot of times a woman will do what you want, and you'll still choose the porn, which is where it becomes really unhealthy and destructive. But just listening to her and the way she reacted, you could just tell that she's like one of these hens who is probably just horrid and lightly experimental and boring in the sack. And this guy, through addiction, wants more. You understand what I mean? It's like a woman who comes from a really rich family dating a broke guy. She's going to be miserable and feel like it's lacking. That's the way it is when a sex addict marries a goody gumdrops. You're just missing.
I agree.
So women, get with the porn. A little bit.
Time to maybe have her take a little gander at the pillow during some of their sex play.
You know what? Maybe she needs to be taught that blood and tears can at times be beneficial. And the smell will come out of the sheets.
All right, Luana.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Take care, y'all.
We could easily keep going, but we have to take a break. We'll try to get to some of these phone calls after the break. Brian Cox to join the program next. Laszlo in here. He's got the new game from Rockstar Bully. Somebody's playing it on the big
Bully.
Panasonic plasma TV.
It looks great on the TV.
Got gaming on this Panasonic. Looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just fooling around with the game in the background, Bully. It looks like it's going to be another winner for Rockstar.
Jim Norton is a cop in the game.
Yes.
Yeah, we got some of Jim Norton's lines we're going to try to get to before we end this part of the Opie and Anthony show today. It's the O&A virus spreading across America.
Opie and Anthony's appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman will re-air tonight, Tuesday, October 17th. Jim Norton is scheduled to appear on The Late Show on November 1st. Check local listings for showtimes.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony show.
Back with the Opie and Anthony show. Another busy one. It's the O&A virus spreading across America. We got Laszlo in studio. We're checking out this new game, Bully, from Rockstar. It looks really, really cool.
It's hysterical, man.
We got some clips from the game. Jimmy plays a character in Bully. Steve plays a character in Bully. And we got some of their lines we'll get to a little later in the show. Also, the phone's just lit. Everybody wants to talk about porn addiction today.
A little bit of a problem.
We might have to go back to this topic tomorrow. Chris from Jersey, call tomorrow. He has a porn addiction. Ty, a girl from Maine. Why does wife think guys have to initiate sex? Married 18 years. Wives just want to be good girls now. That's Mike and Rockland.
Ow.
I'm telling you, man. We want you to be a slut every once in a while.
Well, maybe she tried to initiate sex, and like a lot of women are terrible at it. Like, there are girls that will just get naked and lay there and go, come on. And it's like, do you understand how awful that is? And how, just like you need to be seduced, I need to be seduced to a certain degree. Like, women don't understand that. It's like, you know, you have all these conditions, which, fair enough. A lot of guys are pigs. They just want to kiss you once and then hop on and be, all right, understandable. That's annoying. But just like you need things, we need things. Don't just get naked and I resent that. And I'll never give you what you want.
You actually resent that.
No, and you'll never get what you want. Ever. It'll be like a mouse tail hanging there. Good luck, ladies. If you're not going to put any effort into turning me on, you're going to get nothing.
Wow.
You want to just lay there naked and take for granted because you're a woman and you're naked? Like, oh, here's the gift, Jim.
Like,
not happening.
Like Nicholson in Carnal Knowledge, where it just ends up at the end where he just needs so much twistedness to even have it work anymore.
Well, dude, it's like she can be replaced now. It's like, do you understand, as much as men are replaced by donors, and you really don't need us thanks to the old test tube or whatever, we don't need you thanks to the computer.
The computer.
If my computer could cook or clean or take a punch.
And James in Franklin Square, wife and I watch porn together, so there are couples out there. Valerie from Jersey, women should keep their men happy. Matt, I was a porn addict, spent 14 hours a day on computer looking at porn. And then Jane from Jersey, sick of women knocking porn. So we're going to have to touch on this tomorrow or later on this morning, okay?
Touch on it.
Where's Brian Cox? We should get him in here.
Sure.
Which one you want to... Yeah, let's go to Jane as we get Brian in here. Jane, Jersey, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
Good, Jane.
All right, here's the deal. This is how I feel. I think women make too big a deal out of men and their porn.
Okay.
And I feel that if girls would just stop with what we're grown up to do once we get married, because once we get married, we're not supposed to like sex, and we're not supposed to like this, and we're not supposed to do this. If you take the time to learn your guy's fantasy, and that's what it's all about, and your fantasies, and do them together.
Well, there you go. All right, Jane. Thank you so much.
Short and sweet.
Well, we got to keep it short because we got Brian Cox in studio. He has sat down on the couch. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Hello, sir.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
My God.
We just
it's a very strange microphone. Anyway.
Is it?
It's invasive.
I can't hear you. I mean,
why should he be able to hear the
Why
show?
Why would we test the headphones?
Why wouldn't we test the headphones? That better?
Can't hear him.
Can someone turn the headphones on?
Maybe he's just
I thought
playing.
It was perhaps a torture you were trying to put me through.
It's a little joke we play on people.
You said.
We just talk about you while you're sitting there with the headphones on.
Why wouldn't these be tested? And why is Kenny looking at it like he might know
He's
anything
gonna bite through it
about
like
that?
a rat.
Nobody else moved around.
He's got
He actually gave you a real answer.
Yeah, that was the real Kenny that came out for a second.
Yeah,
Hey.
No one else moved around. That was defensive / aggressive, hateful Kenny.
That's got to work.
Yeah, it has to work.
Better.
How's
Third
that?
time's a charm.
Yeah,
now you can hear the callers and everything.
Just for phone calls. We're talking about sex addiction and,
Could you mind who's who?
Opie, Anthony, Jim Norton.
Jim Norton.
You blew off Jim Norton one time in your past.
Hurt my feelings.
Did you?
Yeah. He wasn't mean. He just hurt my feelings a little.
What happened?
I'm very sensitive.
Well, I know that, but...
Well, I know Jim Norton, fun enough. Was it a misunderstanding? Because there's an old friend of mine who's called Jim Norton. He's an actor.
Is he?
Irish actor.
Oh, no. I'm not. I could say I act, but I won't call myself an actor.
He's an actor. Norton?
Yeah. I mean, I'm Irish,
well,
too.
that's Jim Norton.
How old is he, though? Is he like an old-time actor? Or is he?
Yeah, he's about 60.
Okay. I'm sure his credits are a lot better than mine. I'm like a 5 and under guy.
He was in The Weir on Broadway, and he did Dublin Carol on Broadway. So.
I'm not really good at...
He was in Lucky Louie on HBO.
Ah.
Yeah, I was on a show that got canned, and I had one line in Spider-Man, and I've been in probably 5 of the worst independent films ever done.
How did
I went to the premiere of Match Point, which was an amazing film, and you were great in it. And I wanted to get photos with everybody, because that's just what I do.
That's what Jimmy does.
And the highlight, I got to be honest, I'm a comedian, so Woody Allen, for me, my manager, we're the same manager, introduced me to Woody. And I mean, that was... and Sun Yi, in all fairness, odd head, not good in person.
Yeah?
And, strange-looking girl.
Oh, okay.
And
I didn't know that.
got a picture with Woody and Scarlett Johansson. I forgot my Scarlett Johansson picture.
Oh, very beautiful girl.
And I asked Brian, and he said no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all you're going to get.
I'm sorry. I don't make a policy of it. Sometimes, it's funny. I sometimes my Native American blood creeps in, and I think you're going to capture my soul. And I say, no, thank you.
See, that's what happens when they snap your picture.
Yeah, but I've been doing it recently. I've been doing a play recently, so it's been happening on a regular basis. So if you were standing outside the Duke of York's Theatre in St. Martin's Lane in the last 4 months, you would have had your picture taken with me, and I really apologize.
That's right. I was just hurt.
People must ask you a lot, though, now, especially with the X-Men stuff. I mean, you get a lot. That's a whole different breed of fan.
It's always difficult when you get somebody who comes up with you with no teeth and cross eyes and hair up. Not that I'm saying you look like this, but, and they want to have your photograph taken with you. You go, it just feels a little weird sometimes.
Yeah. Well, the X-Men crowd also, anytime you make a comic book movie, you're going to get a certain fan base that's probably different than other movies you've made. To be polite. Geeks.
Yeah, but that's okay. I don't mind that. Most fans are geeks anyway. And nice geeks. There's nothing wrong with geeks. I'm told you're geeks, but I don't know.
We have tendency, some of us have tendency to be a little more geeks, be into the whole technology thing. Laszlo here, he's a geek.
Hello, sir.
But there's nothing wrong with being a geek.
Correct, unless you're addicted to porn.
No. Geeks are what make the world go round.
You're like a real trained, he's intimidating because, just as an actor, he's like a real actor. Like, he's not a guy who just, is a comedian that got a gig. This guy's like you're a stage actor, like a guy that could, stand on stage with Hopkins and make it work, or anybody in the business. And I have an audition today, and I'm just trying to figure out, how do I tilt my head when I horribly deliver this line?
Now, look, you have a professional here. Maybe you could get a little guidance.
This is my biggest problem when I act. Besides the whole lack of ability thing, what do you do with your hands? I ask every actor we interview this. I never know what to do with my hands. I always feel like when if I'm sitting down, I can just kind of put them, fold my arms, hold my legs. But when I'm standing, I just feel like a stiff idiot, and I either put them on my hips like a superhero, or I just hang them like I'm kind of dead.
It's not...
You just realize he has his work cut out for him.
Yeah, where do I begin?
Brian, he's serious.
I
Help
know.
him out.
No. I think that it is hard to know what to do with your hands. I even have times when I find it really difficult to know what to do with my hands. And sometimes I put my hands in my pockets. Or, sometimes I sit on them or what have you.
Do you get a lot of direction about what to do with your hands?
No. They would never do that.
The director assumes you know what to do with your hands at this point if you've gotten to this point.
They wouldn't direct him that way. Me, they'd go, hey, stupid, the hand's no good. Stop waving at them like there's flies around you.
I think the thing to do is to just, a thing that's quite good is to put your thumb and your index fingers together before you do a take, and then just release it.
Oh.
So if you do that, if you hold that, and then you're doing a take, and if you have that problem, you just release it. and then you forget about it.
My problem is I'll forget to release it, and everything I say will look like I'm giving the A-OK sign.
Or smoking a roach.
Exactly. Yeah.
I asked this to other guys we interviewed too. Like, what is there anybody? Because you've been in the business for a while. I mean, I think the 65 the while goes back to. So you've had a long history of work.
Long history.
Is there anybody you've done stage with or a film with where you just could not believe you were in a scene with this person? Like, I can't believe that I'm actually acting with this guy or this woman.
Yeah, there's been a few people like that who, you know, Annette Bening, I mean, who's a fantastic actress, you know, and she really puts you on your game. You know, the great thing is when you work with a really good actor, because acting is, you know, as Clint Eastwood said, it's all about reacting, it's not about acting. So, in a sense, if you work with a great actor,
I thought he was in the room.
Pardon?
I thought he was in the room.
Oh, you thought he was in the room. But it's true, you know. You know, Annette Benning's one. Morgan Freeman was another. You know, what's his name? The other guy.
The other one.
Sam
Jackson.
Sam Jackson. You know, Sam. You know, I've been very lucky working with a lot of Ed Norton. You know, there's a lot of guys that you work with who are
another
very
friend
good.
of Jimmy's.
You know, exactly.
Upsets me.
He must be a relation of yours, is he?
No, I actually met him at the Comedy Cellar. That's the first thing he said. He goes, "Hey, my brother's name is Jim," and I just said something like, "You know, stupid ass I am. I just nothing to say to the stars."
He's really good.
By the way, Brian, a lot of people don't know do you get sick and tired of people asking about being like you were the first like Hannibal Lecter? I mean, that was you before Hottie.
Yeah.
You hate hearing about it, or
no? It's very. You know, I don't know. No, the thing about being the first, it's just one of those things that just goes on and on and on. I mean, I now fess up. I was the first Hannibal Lecter, and I'm very grateful. It's been opened a lot of doors for me, and whenever any film relating to that subject opens, I always get good reviews, which is nice. And I haven't done any of the work, you know. So I'm very grateful to Hannibal Lecter.
Were you annoyed when they gave it to Hopkins for the other one, or you didn't care what anything to do with it?
I didn't even, you know, originally there was a problem over the name. I don't know if you realize, but if you look at Hannibal Lecter in Manhunter and you look at Hannibal Lecter, he's spelt differently. He's actually called, I think he's Lektor, whereas in the other movies he's Lecktor. And there was a problem over the name, and they thought they couldn't use the name, so for a while he was called Quigley in one of the earlier drafts of Silence of the Lambs. I may have got this wrong because we had the same agent, and I remember my agent saying to me, you know, Tony's going up for this role, which sounds very like the part you played. He's called Quigley, but it's written by Tom Harris in The Silence of the Lambs. And I said, oh, that's good. And then I realized it was the same role. But no, I've you know, I was doing something else at the time. The irony, actually, this is much quoted, but the irony is that I was playing King Lear at the National Theatre when Tony was playing Hannibal Lecter. And when he was playing King Lear at the National Theatre, I was playing Hannibal Lecter. So it's kind of weird.
He just referred to Hopkins twice as Tony. Like, that's really good.
Don't you want to be there, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Don't you want to be there?
I still call him Anthony.
Somebody was singing your praises and saying, you know, was it the gentleman with the green arms who met me at the door?
Oh, Creepy Steve, we call him?
Yeah, he said that you did a video game together and that you were a wonderful actor. He said, he's a really good actor. I'm not an actor at all. Apparently he was in it as well.
That was very nice of you to relay, but here's what stupid Steve just did, and let me catch that bastard. He just wanted you to know that he did something, and he couldn't be so obnoxious to go, do you know I did a video game? Would you please tell me what you think?
I did voiceover.
So he had to make it look like he was giving me a compliment.
Well, he was giving you a compliment.
It certainly is with your creepy green arms. Brian doesn't like it, and neither do we.
I didn't say that.
Well, you didn't have to.
Oh, the first thing he said this morning when I gave him the game was, I've got to go to IMDb and make sure that it's there already.
Yeah, he wants his credit on IMDb.
Look, if I'm going to get... Is this on? If I'm going to get pummeled, you know, mercilessly, I'm going to make sure it's up on IMDb.
Yeah, go to Brian's IMDb site and then look at a real actor's site before you look at your one credit for a voiceover on a video game.
A RAM.
Believe me, I'm not deluding myself at all.
Well, you're
an actor. I'm not.
Don't sell yourself short. There's a couple of, Steve did a sketch we have audio of. Do we have a couple just lines? We have like little lines from Steve. And if you want to see somebody emote, I mean, this kid is good.
Well, give the setup too for Brian.
It was a sketch where Steve, you want to explain the sketch to Mr. Cox?
No, not really.
It was one of our interns, Bill, played a weird guy who walks into Steve's house, and it's a bizarre sketch, and Steve just has such emotion, and it turns out that in the sketch, Bill's parents have died, so Steve has to ask Bill, how did your parents die? There's just a lot of emotion in it.
And then there's another part where he says, why not? Now listen to the emotion. The difference, the dynamic between how did your parents die and just an ordinary why not grabbed randomly from his lines. Here's why not.
Why not? How'd your parents die? Why not? How'd your parents die? Why not? How'd your parents die?
Do you detect the emotion in the parents dying part?
Well, maybe is it good as an actor to just kind of like say everything the same and figure that the audience can put in the pauses where they feel it's necessary?
Or the emotion, or the dynamic, or anything.
Steve is like Mad Libs with emotion. Like, he'll throw out the lines and then let the audience fill in however they feel about it.
Well, it's a very difficult thing to I can't really tell from just hearing those two lines.
Oh, yes, you can, because that's it. That's his range.
Well, it seems to me it sounded real. That's sometimes that's the best you can get.
Are in.
I mean, the thing about
Brian Cox, it sounded real.
He'll put that on his bio.
He'll put it on his bio as a credit. Quotes around
it. Hear it again.
Yeah, here he goes.
Why not? How'd your parents die? Why not? How'd your parents die?
Well, there was a genuine intention there. You could hear the intention was that he really wanted to know how their parents died. So, in fact, he succeeded quite well. I don't think that's bad at all. And also, he didn't let emotion get in the way.
Right.
But what I want to know is, what does the why not relate to? I don't get the why not, and doesn't really relate to how. Why
not again?
Was it that Bill wanted to come in, and he said, "Can I come in?" And you said, "Why not?"
Yeah.
It was. I can't go home, and he couldn't.
Oh, he can't go home, and then he said, "Why not?" And he goes, "My parents died."
And then Steve, we have a response. Steve goes, "How'd your parents die?" But when Bill says, "My parents died," Steve has a response to that.
Yes.
Which is just thick with compassion and emotion.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Some more, Steve.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
He has a little stammer thing.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're embarrassed, which is fine. I can see that, and that's a kind of genuine emotion. This gentleman's parents have died, and you're embarrassed that they've died. And you're saying, hear it again?
Yes, of course, sir.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
So you're saying that's terrible. I'm sorry. That's terrible. I'm sorry. That's terrible. I'm sorry.
The complete lack of.
That's terrible. I'm sorry. And it's like I want to get out of the room because it's terrible, and I'm sorry. So I actually think you do it quite well. I'm actually rather impressed.
Wow.
Well,
thank you, sir.
Brian just took horse manure and made lemonade.
But you know, half the thing with all of this. I mean, I've just done this movie called Running with Scissors.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the material is so extraordinary. You don't have to do anything. You just sit back on it and let it ride you rather than try and ride it, because there's no way you could ever match it. Because
I'm looking forward to the movie. I read the book.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's a crazy story. Are you playing the psychiatrist?
I play Finch. Yeah, I play the doctor. Yeah,
the doctor. Yeah,
and the psychiatrist.
He adopts.
I adopt Augustine Burroughs. Yeah.
Right.
And it's a really good story. I mean, people have been going on about the veracity of it, the truth. Sorry, I don't want to use big words.
That's okay. Steve's still in the room.
Sorry, Steve. My apologies.
I'm sorry, I don't understand that.
That's okay. I'm sorry.
Terrible.
No, but the great thing is that it's actually it's a very extreme story, but actually the real story is probably much more extreme, and that's what people, the old thing. Life is always much stranger and much.
Yeah. What's the story about for the people that maybe didn't read the book?
Well, the story is about a young man in the 70s, which says it all because that was the crazy time. So it was about a young man in the 70s whose mother is going through a kind of crisis, which is a crisis of self-esteem, and she wants to be famous, basically, because Andy Warhol said everybody should have 50 minutes of fame, so she thinks, well, why not me? And she writes this poetry, which is not very good, and she has these poetry readings which nobody comes to, and finally she's going through this breakup in the marriage, and her husband's an alcoholic, and the boy is there, and she's going through a crisis, and basically the boy is left abandoned, and so this doctor, who's her psychiatrist, adopts him. But then his family is wacky, and it's a really interesting kind of dimension because of just, you know, it's like one of those it's like Harold and Maude, one of those Hal Ashby stories, you know, of the 70s. It
didn't sound like something you hear all the time. Oh, that movie again.
No,
you know,
exactly.
It doesn't sound like one of those.
But it's actually a period that, you know, I lived through, and we wore the most, you know, nowadays we wore clothes like that, we'd be locked up. You know, they're awful.
Yeah,
it was the sartorial worst period ever. You know, it was just disaster.
And what about Wolverine?
Yeah, well, I spoke to the writer yesterday, David Benioff, and who knows? They CGI'd in the last movie, X-Men 3, they CGI'd both Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart to make them look 20 years old.
Yeah.
Actually, to make them look 30 years younger.
That was really amazing.
It was. In fact, they looked too young.
Yeah.
I thought, no, they've gone too far. You know, I mean, Ian, apart from the fact that he sounded like some Oldham bookie, he looked as if he was just out of school, you know.
Yeah.
And, so the voice and the face didn't quite match up. But it was amazing. And so if they can do the same for me, then I'm prepared to do the movie.
Yeah, obviously it's a prequel.
If they ask me, it's a prequel. And as everybody knows, Wolverine doesn't age. You know, he's still Hugh Jackman, and he'll always be Hugh Jackman, you know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Hugh Jackman's aging, so that they better hurry up. Because I'll have to then CGI him, you know.
This movie with you, this has a really good cast. I'm looking at it as you're going over what the film's about. I mean, yourself, obviously, Annette Bening, Jill Clayburgh, who's been around for a long time.
He's fantastic.
Alec Baldwin. I mean,
he's also fantastic.
Great.
Yeah, it's. I think the great thing about the movie, excuse me, the great thing about the movie is the fact that everybody in it is at the top of their game. You know, if you want Steve, he's gone. If you want real good acting lessons, you should go and see the movie because. They really are. I mean, Alec Baldwin he plays a small part, but he's so wonderful as this alcoholic. Joe Fiennes, I mean, the surprise of the movie for me is Joe Fiennes. Joe Fiennes, who always played these guys in flouncy shirts and tights down to
I don't know who he is. Is he related? He's not related to Ralph, is he?
He's Ray Fiennes' brother.
Oh, Ray, I'm sorry, Ralph.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay. Rafe.
Ray.
Ralph.
I pardon you.
Yeah, God almighty, how did I forget that? He was
I pardon you.
Yeah. No, he's wonderful in it, Joe. He was in Shakespeare in Love and a couple of other movies I can't remember.
We got to take a break, so Brian, this was definitely a thrill for us.
Absolutely.
Giving Steve acting lessons.
Yeah.
No, anytime.
And the film is called Running with Scissors. It opens in New York and Los Angeles on Friday, October 20th, which is this coming Friday, a few nights from tonight. And nationwide, it's on the 27th. So you're kind of getting a sneak preview here in New York and out in L.A. on this Friday. And then the rest of you get to see it a week later on the 27th.
The great Brian Cox. Thank you, man.
So much.
I'm glad you came in.
It's been an experience.
You got to give a little acting lesson.
It's the ONA virus spreading across America.
Hey, what's up? It's Louis Twitchell's Centani.
Shut up! Tourette's Day is coming to the Opie and Anthony Show, which is to say that we've discovered a new excuse to point and laugh at people who are different. To help us understand a little bit more about Tourette's, we've enlisted the help of hearing-impaired Chicago reporter Karen Meyer.
Tourette's syndrome is a neurological disorder that's characterized by involuntarily tics and repeated vocalization.
Exactly. So if you have Tourette's or if you know somebody with Tourette's, muster up some courage and an ounce of self-control and get in touch with the Opie and Anthony Show.
Contact Steve at FoundryMusic.com. That's Steve at FoundryMusic.com. And remember, be yourself, one tick at a time. Tourette's Day.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Of course it is.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. The ONA virus spreading across America. Laszlo in studio. Yeah, man. Brian Cox was pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. Man. And the film, by the way, is called Running with Scissors. Opens here in New York and out in Los Angeles on Friday, October the 20th, which is this Friday.
It's out Friday wide.
Yes, Roland. And October the 27th, which is a week later, it's nationwide. And the guy's just a great actor. Tony Hopkins, he called him.
Yeah, Sir Anthony Hopkins. Tony Hopkins.
Me and Tony.
Tony.
So he was a fun guest, man.
Fatty Pig Fatty. We're hearing rumors there's a girl somewhere around Binghamton, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
She's 541 pounds.
541. God, do I want to see that.
And Jimmy, she doesn't want to come down because she thinks she's going to lose the contest. And, she
says, why waste her time coming down if somebody then comes in and they're 600 pounds?
Miss, who are we going to get?
Nothing.
The Giants as a team? Why don't you do this? Wait till a couple days before the contest is over. We haven't gotten anybody heavier
than Crystal.
How heavy is she? 541? You'll be beating the first place winner by over 100 pounds, right?
Over 100.
And the contest is pretty much stalled ever since we met Crystal.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, 541 is going to easily win this thing.
Yeah, and it's because all these fatties are thinking, I'm not going to come down there because I'm not going to win. You can win. And then we're going to end up giving it to Crystal because all you're afraid to come down because you're afraid you're going to get outweighed at some point.
You're going to miss out on almost on $5,400.
You got to be in it to win it.
Just for being you and getting on a scale.
It's $10 a pound. H57 Hoodia is paying that, plus a $1,000 finder's fee for the person that brings in the heaviest girl at the end of the contest.
I'm sorry, if it's your boyfriend or your husband or whatever, and you're $5,400, that's $1,000, that's $6,400 just for coming to the station, standing on a scale.
And we kind of need the contest to take off again, so I think we're working on giving her money just for showing up.
And a box of ring dings.
Is that going to happen, Steve?
How about ring dings?
Where are we with this fat girl from Binghamton?
I spoke to the guy yesterday, and he's trying to convince her to show up. So it's looking good, and we're working on getting her money just for showing up.
All right.
Terrible. I'm sorry.
Lose weight for free at H57.com.
I'm King Lear. I wish we had some damn Shakespearean lines. Why don't we think in advance? We could have had Brian and Steve do some Shakespeare.
Oh, I'll play King Queer. Lear.
The only time Steve is King Lear is when he's peeking through the window at the YMCA.
Yeah, Brian would have played.
Let down your hair, Rapunzel. Romeo, Romeo, where art thou? Why am I reading the girl's part?
Oops. He always looks like he's hiding something.
Oh, he is.
What's in that?
Hiding a lot.
Even from himself.
Sexuality?
I'm not hiding anything.
All right.
Quick to the Prius.
Laszlo's just been sitting on his hands for the last hour.
Young Laszlo.
He brought in Bully from Rockstar. They've been playing on the big Panasonic Plasma TV.
It looks great, man. The graphics
Gaming on the Panasonic Plasma TV looks terrific. I got to tell you.
Oh, yeah, big widescreen. You got a nice big field of view. And there seems to be some bullying going on in Bully.
Yeah, this is the Halloween mission.
Halloween mission, a lot of pranks.
Wedgies.
Yeah, I see this guy's dressed up like a little skeleton, and everybody else is dressed up in Halloween costumes. And the object is to pull as many pranks as you can on people, I gather, from what I'm watching.
Marbles.
And there's some fisticuffs going on. And then did he just get points for picking that guy up and throwing him in a garbage pail?
Stink bombs.
A stink bomb, and then one of my favorites is the jar full of marbles, which he'll throw at somebody, and they'll slip and fall on the ground.
Why does that guy have a you-know-what stain in his
Yeah, he's wearing just underwear or something.
Oh, wow.
And there's a stain in the back.
Yeah. He's nervous.
He got scared.
He gets scared. It happens to all of us.
Well, the reason Laszlo's in here with Bully...
Which comes out today, by the way.
It comes out today, okay? Jimmy's going to be a big star in Bully.
That's right.
Yes.
Rockstar called. I normally work on Grand Theft Auto stuff, but Rockstar said, we need to fill some characters. They said, we've got a cop and a construction worker. And I said, I know just the guy, because I read the bio on the cop, and it said, loves the village people and dresses in women's clothing on his nights out.
Ooh.
I said, let me give Jimmy a call.
I don't.
So Jimmy did like an hour and a half in the studio. And you can actually interact with Jimmy's character in the game.
Really?
Yeah. You're a cop.
That's
if you're
fun.
a bad boy in front of Jimmy, he'll come over and bust you.
Well, no,
I
it's
haven't heard any of
weird.
this.
You see the character that is Bully, you would think that's Jim Norton. Because
it looks like him.
It kind of looks like him a little bit.
Yeah, the main character actually is named Jimmy, but he's being bullied.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
All right.
Being
And there's
bullied.
nerds and jocks, and it's basically sort of a comedy and a coming-of-age teen.
Well, we got some of
John
Jimmy's
Hughes.
lines.
Oh, yes.
We have some of Steve's, too. Please,
Yes.
God.
Yeah, we're going to end with
And
that.
we're
You kidding me?
We're going to compare the quality of acting. I looked for flubs on Jim, and I didn't find any.
Okay.
I'm sure there was some.
Here's Jimmy and Bully playing the officer.
Don't mess with the law.
That just sounds like me.
That'll be in the game. That's hysterical.
That is good.
Oh, my best bra is ruined.
I could so picture this.
Me too. Because you put it on. Oh. I am on duty. Don't bother me. I suck.
No, I like that because I could totally picture walking up to your character in the game and having it say this.
Yeah, I got my eyes closed. Well, I think you did a great job.
Better not be anyone hiding from me around here. Get back here, kid!
Yeah, you can actually hide in trash cans in the game.
Lockers.
I know. One of my favorite parts of any game is when you're walking around and there's somebody that you're supposed to not see you, and they blurt out something like, "Hey, what was that?" And then you just like stop for 2 seconds and they go, "Huh, must have been the wind." And then they walk away and then, "Hey, what was that?" "Must have been the wind." It's like, this is the worst guard ever.
I'm right here, you dummy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I've done to kids in the past?
Oh, well. Is that an outtake or just off of Jimmy's computer?
Yes. He caught my brain. He picked up a little electrode in the head. I don't know how that just snuck out to you.
Jimmy, that's not the line.
Yes.
Oh.
I gotta go. Don't want to miss the lingerie sale.
That was actually the end of the recording session. We were just trying to chat.
I hate my acting.
No, it's good voice work.
Trust me, we'll play a guy that you'll feel really good about yourself.
Okay.
And just
You got to see it all together with your character
and
on screen.
the graphics guy works your hands.
Are we trying to...
So it doesn't matter.
See, and this is your character. With
That's
the
your
mustache.
character? Let me take a look.
I look like the guard in Clockwork Orange. I love it.
Oh, you do?
Big mustache.
6, 7, 5, 3, 2, 1.
You're a big guy.
You got a nice chin.
Thank you.
Your character has a nice chin, Jimmy.
I like it.
With
Officer Morrison
little dimple in the middle.
Well, they gave you a really huge chin.
They really do.
Like Dudley Do-Right.
Well, are these pictures up on opieandanthony.com? They
I
should
can get
be.
them to you.
Yeah, they definitely should be. So people can see the character Jimmy plays in Bully.
And if
One of my
Rockstar had
favorite-
the common sense, they would work with me on a character based on me. There's a lot to do.
There certainly is.
Here's Jimmy's last line for today.
Why do you punks always have to cross the line?
Ooh, wow.
I was scared myself.
That scared me.
Jimmy Norton, everyone.
Oh, I feel
And
so
Rockstar Game Bully.
So Steve plays a construction worker.
Yeah.
Who hangs out in the bad part of town.
The bad
Ironically,
part of town.
was the one of the village people he liked the most because the motorcycle guy, his mustache was too big. He'd get bacon bits caught in it. And
It would tickle.
All right, so his character is hardworking, easygoing, goes to community college at night, optimistic, likes pretty women, and dates many of them, always having romantic misadventures, but has a sense of humor about it, friendly, enjoys his life.
All right.
And your character, you can actually, as Jimmy, you can walk up, as Jimmy, the character in the game, you can walk up to the construction worker and have a conversation with Steve.
And this is Steve's lines from Bully.
The problem is that people don't listen to my ideas. I'm really clever, you know.
I don't know the fact you said "is" twice in a row.
And that was just taken from his production studio.
The problem is. Listen.
The problem is.
Yeah, it should be the problem is, and then can you play that again? Because he says the problem
Yeah.
is.
Let me hear
You're
that.
stupid.
The problem is that people don't listen to my ideas. I'm really clever, you know.
No, that's another one.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
The problem is that
Hey, man, that's
It's his trademark.
Yeah,
my
style.
You have a trademark like style of acting. The problem is.
The problem is
Stay in there.
and I guarantee his hands were upturned, and like Steve, his palms are up to the sky. The problem is just moving back and forth.
Picture if you're holding two grapefruits. You're holding two grapefruits in your hands, out in front of you, arms stretched, and your palms are underneath the grapefruits. That's his hands.
Yeah.
And he's just moving them back and forth.
What do you got, Laszlo?
Hit track 10.
Track 10?
Yeah, this is going to be on your replay machines.
All right, track 10. This is Steve and the Rockstar Game Bully.
That's probably true, but I don't really care.
Ooh, yes. And then we could use that for a lot of stuff.
Right. And here's the passionate one that reminded me of Steve's past in a rock band, Track 11.
Track 11.
Yeah, I just imagine him doing this at the front of the stage when he was wearing that girl's kilt or whatever he was. What was he wearing?
A blouse.
A blouse.
Of course he was.
Oh, yeah, let's rock and roll!
Whoa.
Wow. Now, if that doesn't sound like a construction worker, I don't know what.
Rivaling Poe on that one.
I don't remember any of this.
The weirdest was...
what are you building, a giant penis?
You know, in the Discovery Channel, when they're out filming lions, tigers, or bears or whatever, and they get that awesome shot, there was a moment in the session where Steve flubbed up and actually growls, and it sounds very bearish.
Ooh.
Some dude didn't like my game. Some dude told me he didn't like my game.
Little growl there.
Growl like a bear.
Some dude, wait, my motivation. Some
dude, that's terrible, I'm sorry.
And then the engineer had to tell him a few times that he was popping his peas. When you're speaking on a microphone, especially they have this beautiful microphone at Rockstar, this Neumann that has a huge diaphragm on it. And if your pee, it ends up hitting the diaphragm, and it's an unusable take.
Yeah.
And so Steve had a couple of pee pops, which we all do. We all do a few pee pops.
Yeah.
But, the engineer, you can't hear the engineer, but he goes through to Steve's headphones and says, "You're popping your peas."
Did I? I knew it. I wish I was this picky when I was doing production of my own. But my drums cover up a lot of shit.
Drums cover up a lot of crap.
Wow.
Oh, they do.
Thanks, Laszlo.
However, they don't cover as much as you think they do.
Evidently not. Thank you, Laszlo.
I'm sorry to throw you in.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, yeah, no, the bus wheels weren't on my chest for an hour. Yeah, thanks.
I love it.
What is he hiding? Look at him. What is he hiding?
What dignity.
What is he hiding?
You pop entire production pieces.
Yeah, I do. Let humility back a while ago.
All right, that's all we can do over here. We got to get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
One more Steve.
Very busy show. We didn't get to half the stuff.
I brought Jim Norton a bully bat.
Oh, nice.
Wow, that's one of those fraternity spanking paddles with bully on it.
You could get your fanny really smacked with that.
Wowee.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Oh, my.
That's
You could also
heavy.
use it as a cricket bat, but...
Yeah, there's a couple of uses for that thing.
A bit of wood.
Hey, really fast, don't forget, vote for Jerry Springer tonight.
Yes, keep Jerry in that dancing show.
Dancing with the Stars. ABC, very confused that Jerry Springer is still in it. I think we have something to do with it. We got O&A Pest. They've been voting for Jerry Springer like crazy at abc.com. And it's going to be tough to keep them going.
You remember beaming people with those things?
San Francisco.
Wow,
good.
We got
dodgeball.
bully dodgeballs.
Yeah.
That's that good ping sound. And the texture on this will leave a mark on the side of your face for a week. Nice.
Bully's out on PS2 today.
Very cool.
Check it
Jerry
out.
Springer. Vote for Jerry Springer.
Yes.
Vote for Jerry Springer.
And San Francisco, I'm coming at you Friday and Saturday only this week.
There's no reason that Jerry Springer should still be in this show, but the Pests are getting the job done.
They are.
If you're not joining us over at XM, where we're going to be a little happier today, then have yourself a great day.
The Opie and Anthony Fatty Pig Fatty contest began like a stampede of hungry rhinos. But now it more closely resembles a sleepy, winded elephant.
The current heavyweight in the Fatty Pig Fatty contest is Crystal from Cleveland, who weighed in at 430 pounds. We're so sure there's someone bigger out there, we put up a fatty finder's fee in the amount of $1,000 to the person who brings in the heaviest girl by the end of the contest. So grab your sonar equipment and find us a whale. Remember, the heaviest girl at the end of the Fatty Pig Fatty contest gets $10 for every floorboard-shattering, tear-inducing, self-esteem-destroying pound on her body. Go to opieandanthony.com for contest details.
Sponsored by H57 Hoodia.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
The Opie and Anthony XM walkover begins now.
Actually, it's almost over. Yeah, we decided to start walking. And it's not that long a walk, so we're just about there.
We're handing out Burger King coupons today.
Are we?
Yeah.
Hey, miss.
For their value menu.
Does that music sound really loud
my God,
again?
Wait, Anthony, it's our Italian.
Oh,
it's the girl
yeah,
from
yeah.
Italy
Oh.
Oh my God, how are you?
I'm good.
Hello.
We're developing like a real thing. Here, miss, some Burger King coupons.
Ah, thank you.
Have
so
it your
much.
way.
Thank you.
I'd like to have it my way.
You like
Means
you
it's
like
gonna be
Burger
like a little
King?
hat on my helmet.
How are you guys?
Good. You like Burger King?
Me. Well, yes, I like it so much.
Oh, very good.
Thank you.
So you could get Burger King.
Yeah.
How's your boyfriend?
It's good.
You back in Italy?
Yeah.
That's no good.
You might be smart in Italy, but you sound retarded in English.
No, be nice. What do you do again? I forgot.
Yeah, here I'm doing internship.
You do internship
Yeah.
for what?
I study economics in Italy.
Economics.
Yeah.
So you came here, and you would do internship.
Yeah, but I'm studying. I'm still studying.
Where do you live?
Where? At Riverside Drive.
I live on Riverside Boulevard.
No.
Yeah.
You're kidding me. I live close to Columbia University.
Oh, you're up in the hundreds.
Oh. Where did you learn English?
Me, my English. Basically here.
Yeah.
And also in Italy, I studied a little bit of
You
English.
studied a little, and then you came here, and then you just picked it up?
Well, I don't speak so good English. I
No,
have
you
to
do
improve
pretty
it.
good. Like
Those
better
are-
than I could do.
boots,
No, the stocking. Are they stockings? Where do they come up to? Do they come up to here or here?
Oh gosh, here.
Oh no, the pantyhose. No good.
Yeah, the winter stockings.
It's the winter. Yeah,
it's
it's
winter.
cold.
It's getting colder, actually.
Cold.
You shave the legs?
Well, yes.
Okay. Good.
You know.
Poor guy.
Okay, have a good day. A very good day.
Oh, no.
Okay?
She's a girl. She's
and
gotta
I'll see
shave.
you because I think.
Yeah. And she's got cowboy boots on with her
you know?
her skirt and a navy
Yeah.
pea coat.
And a Mary Tyler Moore hat.
And a Mary Tyler Moore hat and a scarf. Very good look. And the little glasses like Sophia Loren.
Very nice.
See, she puts the
Okay,
glasses
guys.
on.
Bye, miss.
There you go. Ciao.
Ciao. My goal is to fuck her in the mouth.
She is so confused.
My goal is to fuck her in the mouth until she vomits.
What happened?
What is this?
Having a sample sale across the street. Greg Norman collection.
You know what just happened to me on the golf course? I was in the clubhouse and a woman ran in and said she got stung by a bee. I said, where? She said, between the first and the second hole. I said, your stance was too wide.
Wait, miss, what is this? Because I actually,
We're having a sample sale on Greg Norman collection golf apparel clothes, men's and ladies.
That was a twat joke.
Do you play golf?
I don't play golf.
Well, you're selling these? It says hats, belts, and T-shirts for $3, and T-shirts for $5.
Yes. 3 for 2.
Is Greg Norman, though, is he the heavy drinker, the golfer?
No, he's
Oh, that's John Daly.
Oh, John Daly?
Yeah.
A woman goes to a golf pro to take some golf lessons, and she's doing really poorly. So the golf pro goes, look, it might be a little personal, but just hold the driver like you hold your husband's dick. And she does it, and swings, and the ball goes flying, and then the instructor goes, okay, now take it out of your mouth and we'll go for distance.
I have no comeback for that.
That's not
Well, you look like a hula.
Hey.
Kenny, we're just having fun
Nice
here.
girl.
It's all fun,
No
Kenny.
clothes for you.
All right.
It's all fun. So what, hats, belts, T-shirts, sweaters, vests?
I'll give out the address if you want.
Absolutely, please do.
It's 110 57th Street on the 4th floor, which is kind of hard to find. Between what and what?
6 and 7.
It's kind of like right across the street somewhere.
Yeah, it is, right
Oh,
over
that's
there.
where we are.
Yeah.
It's like right there.
The 4th floor, and it's Greg Norman sweater, vests, short sleeve knits, sweaters. All right, a bunch of shit, bunch of clothes.
That's
Thanks,
good.
guys.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Katie.
Hi, Kate. Are you married?
No, I'm not.
Are you attached? I'm not hitting on you. I just think you're very lovely.
Thank you very much.
I think that we would maybe go for some coffee.
Let's
All
go.
right, come and buy some clothes.
All right.
Nothing? All right.
All right.
Nice
Bye,
thumper.
guys.
Bye.
Did she take off?
There she goes.
Nice log. Nice asshole.
Kenny hated her.
Did you?
Yeah, she's a nothing.
She's a nothing.
She was nice.
Did he? There's Jimmy Norton's face on the wall. Aretha. Ugh, the smell of death in the sewer grate.
Yeah.
Ugh.
There's the next retard.
Oh, here we go. This guy is trying to get our attention.
Playing guitar by the Muni meter.
We do the talent show here, so what's the deal with this guy?
He wants to play for you.
Who are you?
I'm Jimmy.
His friend?
He's my uncle.
Yeah? Oh, yeah? Get a mic on this guy. Who are you, bro?
My name is Eamon Alger, and this is Blues on Perspective. Well, I walked down to the corner, sat down in the sun, minding my own business. I wasn't hurting anyone. A man came up to me, he said, son, just take it down the avenue. We don't want no lazy laughter and bones messing up the view, but it ain't about me. No, it ain't about you. What people say, or the crazy thing they do. Well, if I could only get outside of my very own point of view, I'd know it ain't about me, and it ain't about you. Stop to see yourself in someone else's shoes, walking through their lonely life, living out their blues. Well, he's standing right beside you, and he's looking all confused, wishing he could take your place if only he could choose. But it ain't about me, and it ain't about you. What people say, or the crazy thing they do. Well, if I could only get outside of my very own point of view, I know it ain't about me.
Brown acid.
And it ain't about you. No, it ain't about me. Look, it ain't about you. You take it personally, but it ain't about you.
Very good,
hey,
sir.
Look at that, man. Not bad.
Nice.
What's your name?
Eamon.
Good job.
Eamon as in E-A-M-O-N?
Yep.
Alger, A-L-G-E-R?
Yep.
Website?
Mindblowingmusic.net.
Mindblowingmusic.net. Very good. Thanks for performing for us today.
Yeah, right on.
All right. See, it's as easy as that. We do it like a talent thing every day on the walkover. Sometimes you get like a contortionist. Today we get a nice guitar song.
And we have Mark Chapman here again.
Yeah. Our pal is here. And again, you forgot you didn't shave very well around your mouth.
I know.
How do you keep missing around your mouth?
I don't know. I'm going to say better tomorrow. I'm sorry.
That is really...
but I'll make it a point
to say... It's like a pubescent vagina.
I know.
Your mouth.
I'll say better.
Where are you off to today?
Same places.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a messenger for a dental lab.
What do you have in the bag besides child pornography?
No, just dental work.
Teeth. There's pornography in there, isn't there?
No, dental work.
Check his bag.
No,
check his bag. No, there's pornography. We need to take a look. We need to take a look.
We need to take a look.
We need to take a look. We got to make sure there's no pornography.
Take a look.
We need to take a look. Let's make sure there's no pornography. We got to take a look. Let's just make sure there's no pornography.
The government told us to look.
Yeah.
The government told us to look.
He's a cop, so we got to make sure here.
The government told us to look.
Kenny, what's that?
Red paper. Strap on.
It's dental.
What's a
strap
That's
on?
a dirty strap on.
Why do you have a strap on your bag?
That's right.
Dental work.
That's a dirty, filthy butt plug.
It's dental work. Dental work.
You're a dirty man, aren't you?
No. But what radio station are you?
Z100.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm on the radio.
Yes,
yeah. What do you want to say?
Do you have any contests?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you got? A joke or something?
No, I'm saying.
You want a Burger King coupon?
No, I have one. But can I win a trip to?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're having
the contest is what are you packing?
No, I'm saying.
No, we actually are having a contest. It's called the Worst Shaved Sociopath.
No, I mean, can I win tickets to a free concert like the Rolling Stones?
We got Burger King coupons.
That's right.
Okay.
We have $5 Burger King cards.
What do you got? You got a joke?
No.
You've never heard a joke in your life that you can repeat.
Jokes.
You never heard a joke you can repeat.
No, I did.
Do you do any impressions?
Let's hear one.
Huh?
All right, a joke. Go ahead.
Tell a joke.
Go ahead.
I don't know any good jokes.
Oh my God!
Check his
Tell
bag.
a bad one.
Check his bag. I know No, let's go. Let's check his bag.
Look at him run.
Let's go. Let's check his bag. Yeah, you can't run from a cop. That's not good. He can arrest you for that alone.
Say, I don't atone until I pull my bone.
I don't atone till I pull my bone.
Say, enunciate. I don't atone until I pull my bone.
Oh, my God, that's the saddest thing.
Check his bag. Check his bag. Let's go. Let's see what's in the bag. Right there, I see something.
Chasing him down the sidewalk.
Why are you running into... All right, I'll come inside with you.
I'm an office building. I think there's a dentist up there, too.
Yeah.
That might be where he works.
Probably Zell.
Zell. Yeah, they've chased him into that building.
Huh?
It's starting to rain.
Yes, it certainly is.
Hey, what are you packing? What are you packing in there? What are you packing? All right, we lost him. All right.
He ran off. You scared him.
He went into that building over there.
You chased him down the sidewalk. There's something in that bag he doesn't want you seeing.
He's paranoid.
Yeah.
I love it.
Crazy guy.
All right. Thank you to the Blues guy. Thank you, sir. Once again, good luck to you.
Here it is.
Good luck. Thank you. Oh, he's got CDs. Yeah, yeah.
Inside. Oh, boy. Here, quick. You grab it.
There you go. All right.
Take another fucking shitty CD from anybody. I'm going to fucking throw it at him. Oh, finally warmth.
Yeah. Someone left a pile of CDs behind the desk by a group called Cunt Meat.
Nice.
I can't read Cunt Meat CDs back there.
Hello, sir. How are you today? Have a fine day.
Cunt Meat's greatest hits. Cunt Meat comes to America. Cunt Meat is a hard-on. Cunt Meat loves the rules. Cunt Meat loves to bust balls. Cunt Meat stands there and does nothing.
They are the most vile, despicable human beings in the country. Creeps, ankle biter.
Obviously, the strength is their ability to turn mistruth into something people would believe.
Wow, how long is this guy going to continue to babble and say nothing?
All day long.
Shut up.
All right, here we go.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's worse than I imagined.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
We are a bunch of dopes.
I think we're lewd.
We're probably pushing 20 arrests because of this radio show.
Out of touch cornballs.
3 retards.
We have the effect of Tylenol PM.
Opie.
You know I could have been a model.
Anthony.
I'm gay.
James Norton.
I like yogurt.
Robert Reed.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
At XM Satellite Radio, the ONA virus. Pretty good fart in the elevator for Jimmy. Had us all laughing as we came out. That was a good one. 2 Asian women in the elevator, and right when the doors shut at the lobby, Jimmy blasted one out. Nice volume, nice tone.
It was like this.
Yeah, very loud. I get chicken chili. There's some... Oh, goody.
How fattening is that?
I don't know. I don't eat a lot of it.
Don't whisper at me. All right.
I need a little bowl. I need the... a little bread bag with the spoon. Just all the accoutrement.
Ooh.
Accoutrement. You know, I stopped off at. You ever go back to your old haunt?
Sure.
Your old haunts back these days.
Yeah, and then you realize they cemented up the hole in between the stalls.
I went to Apollo Air Conditioning yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's kind of was kind of where I was going. I was on my way. And some of my old bosses, a couple of people that worked there that I knew, still there. Still there.
Are they happy to see you?
Doing their thing. Yeah.
They fans
It
of the
was
show?
fun. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, listen to the show. My boss, my supervisor there, Bob, he's got another year to go there. He just started working when I worked there. Another year and he retires.
You know what's funny is that they probably, that tub story you told about how you dropped something and broke the tub?
Yeah.
I hope they charge you for that.
Well, they also brought up the fact that I told the story of hauling my jet ski with my work van when I was supposed to be working. They brought that up. That was fun. Yeah, dropped in on my old pals from Apollo Air Conditioning yesterday.
I called you when you were there.
And Bob had showed up when we were on the phone, me and Ope, talking ratings and stuff.
God, what a buzzkill today over there, huh?
Well, early on, when we first got there. But,
sorry for stating the obvious.
But why did I not get why did I just get a spoon?
Steve is gay.
Steve's an ass.
All right.
I want a complete package of bread and unopened with a little truffle thing.
Here's a...
I have a spoon.
I don't eat the truffles. There are no truffles. Mind your business.
All right, give me that goddamn bread.
Stupid.
Just give me the goddamn bread.
Give him the fucking bread, Hawk.
Take a spoon. Thank you, Hawk.
Give him the goddamn bread.
I don't need the whole thing.
He doesn't need the whole thing, he said.
All right, listen. I know the soup's important, but I don't want to lose this call. We got Honey on the phone. She is the 500-plus pound girl that wants to come in.
Ooh, Honey.
For Fatty Pig Fatty. Honey!
What?
I love the fact that we got girls with stripper names that are...
Honey, 500 pounds.
That want in on this contest, Fatty Pig Fatty. What's up, Honey?
How you doing, Honey?
How you doing?
Good. So you're 500 plus?
541 last weigh-in.
541. And when was that? When was that weigh-in?
That was about...
What?
About 2 months ago.
All right, you're more than 541.
You think you gained or lost since then?
I'm the same.
Can you move around a lot?
Yeah, I can move around a lot.
How old are you?
30.
30, right on.
How'd you get so big? Eating?
Nope, thinking about you.
No, I mean, you just like to eat? Is that it?
No, I don't know. It's a bunch of everything.
Glandular problem?
No glands.
No?
Is this the heaviest you've been?
Yeah.
Well, do you listen to the show?
No, a friend of mine do.
Yeah.
Well, we're paying $10 a pound to the heaviest girl that comes in here.
That's a lot of money, honey.
That would be 5,410 pounds for you.
Mm-hmm.
Plus $1,000 to the person that brings you here.
What do you do for a living?
I chill out.
Just chill out? So
I'm a housewife.
Oh. You got a man?
I have a husband.
You got a man? I got a man.
Is he a chubby chaser?
I got a man.
A chubby chaser.
I know. We're real funny.
I'm sorry, but...
God, if this all it takes, Jesus.
But yeah, I have a husband.
He make money?
He makes money.
Yeah, a lot?
He makes a pretty penny.
All right, how much did you weigh when you got married?
I don't even know how much did I weigh a year ago. About a year ago, I don't know, about 4 and some change, because after my son, I gained weight.
Yeah. After your what? After the son.
After my baby.
Okay.
After your baby. All right, so...
Who'd you give birth to? Andre the Giant?
No. My baby, Joseph.
Justice?
Oh, I thought the other way. After the sun. After she started orbiting around it.
So ugly.
Now we just teasing.
Yeah.
Why don't you come down? You actually could probably win the contest.
Yeah, you could use like over $5,000, can't you?
Did I say dollar instead of dollars? Whatever, Jason, give me a break today.
Honey, you could use like $5,000, right?
Yeah.
Who can't, right?
So why don't you make the trip? Why don't you make the trip down?
All right, that's what we're working on. We just wanted to call, and he said you guys, wanted us to call first.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, honey. I don't think anyone's beating 541 pounds.
No. You're a big gal.
So that means just you hang out, we weigh you. If you don't want your face on the internet, we got like
a little mask.
We got a mask or a paper bag you can wear. You can change your name. Maybe you already did. I don't know. Don't even tell us at this point. And then you walk away with 5,410 pounds thanks to H57.com.
A lot of money.
And they'll even give you the H57 to see if you can lose some pounds with that.
Yeah, if you feel like losing weight, why not? Why not?
I say you don't lose the weight, though. I say you get fatter.
Just be you.
Just
Why
be
not?
you.
You're a proud big girl, right?
Yes.
I look good. Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite sexual position?
All of them.
Really? You could move around a little bit in that bed?
You're nimble?
You might even be able to throw in a 1-800-mattress bed. Whatever it takes to get this done. I got to see Honey.
Okay.
All right, Honey, so where are we at? Can you come down tomorrow?
Yeah, when can you come down here?
You're talking tomorrow?
Well, whenever. I mean, it's up to you. We're just trying to negotiate here.
We want to enter you in a contest that we think you have a very good shot at winning, which will pay you over $5,000 for doing nothing but coming down here and standing on a scale. You're not going to find that anywhere else.
Yeah.
I know.
We're not going to be mean to you either. We're actually a lot nicer than you think we are.
Yeah, we'll be real nice.
We're silly geese.
I'm not worried about that. I'm all right.
Oh, okay.
We could have snacks, whatever you need. What do you need?
You like ring dings?
What's your favorite snack? Snack of choice. We'll have it here in abundance.
Yeah. What do you like?
I have my snack right here already.
Entenmann's?
What is your snack? A wild boar?
What's your favorite snack, Honey?
I don't have a favorite snack.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, we all have favorite snacks. Come on.
I like peanut butter cookies.
I like Nilla wafers.
I like peanut butter cups.
Ew.
I hate peanut butter.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
No, Godiva, homemade.
Peanut
Really?
butter
I never had one.
stinks.
That's my little downfall right there.
Where'd
honey.
you get them? That sounds like to die for.
It's terrific.
Oh, it'll be my death.
They make them fresh every day, Jimmy.
Where do you get
I
them?
like Nilla wafers and ginger snaps.
Ew, that's two of the faggiest cookies.
They're delicious.
Wait, what do you like?
And Nilla wafers.
Nilla
suck
wafers.
dick. Nilla wafers.
Nilla wafers and
out of everything you
and
could
ginger
choose,
snaps.
I like Nilla wafers.
You like them better than Oreos?
But it wouldn't be on my top 10.
No, I wouldn't eat Oreos.
You like fucking Nilla wafers better than chocolate cake?
Anthony doesn't.
No,
eat
I don't
anything
eat like
black.
things like that. Yeah.
He hates to be reminded.
No.
Of course you like Nilla wafers that are pure and white.
Pure white Aryan cookie. That's right.
We'd love you to come down.
Not a problem. I'll be there.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That doesn't sound very convinced. That's all right. So you don't want to win $5,000, don't win $5,000.
I know.
Wait, you're not coming down?
Large. No. She said.
Say that again?
She said she's gonna, but she doesn't sound convincing.
I don't sound convincing.
Yeah, you're gonna do it?
Convincing you want me to be?
What time you coming?
Oh, I see what people are saying.
I have somebody else bringing me to you guys. He's on the phone. So I don't. You have to arrange it with him.
Oh, I've been saying you can win 5,410 pounds instead of dollars. Now I get it. All right.
That's a lot of dollars.
All right, you should beat me up for that. I'm sorry. Honey.
I'm better not.
Honey.
Well, I'm not a sensitive person. Y'all just say what you want to say. Don't make me like.
All right, let's cut to the chase. You coming down here?
Yeah, I'm coming down here. Did I say I was?
All right, what day?
What day, Bob?
Well, Wednesday worked, not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday works the best for us. So we were going to talk to the producer, find out what
And Bob,
your guys' schedule's like, and go from there.
Okay. Bob, are you Honey's honey?
I'm Honey's friend. I'm Honey's handler.
Handler. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, Bob will get $1,000 just for getting Honey in the door here.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. A finder's fee. I like that. And I think we might even throw a few more dollars at you for just coming down, just in case someone does beat you. But I honestly don't think anyone's going to beat you.
No.
You know, and it's my job. And it's my job to play it the other way. Like, yeah, I think we could even do better. Let's be honest with each other. No, I don't think anyone's beating 541 pounds.
Throw a few dollars at her, some biplanes.
Yeah, What kind of snacks, Honey?
A Whopper with cheese.
Yeah.
All right, we can do that.
We love Whoppers with cheese.
Is Whopper Burger King?
Yep.
All right, we got Burger King coupons, too, today.
Remember that song?
We'll save a few for you.
Who's got the best darn burgers in the whole wide world?
Hardee's.
Burger King and I.
Oh, that was Hardee's.
And then the Burger King would run in with his little crown on.
Yes, I do.
And he'd swing his cock.
No,
Everybody would laugh and clap.
Slap it on a Whopper bun.
Yeah.
Feed it to a kid.
Make the kids eat it, and then stop eating it, and then eat it, and then stop eating it, and then hide it in their heinies. Mama, the Burger King put his hamburger in my heinie. He said he was making me a special deputy.
I'm a prince.
I'm a prince. I'm a special prince. He used my buns. He said that was his hamburger, and I had sesame seed buns. But I had blood in my underwears. Mama, the Burger King made blood come in my underwears.
All right. Jesus.
Mama, I just wanted to go in and have French fries, but the Burger King put my face on the counter and put blood in my underwears. Because he said I had sesame seed buns. And then he put Burger King sauce all over my hair and face. And then he hitted me. Mama, he hitted me. And there was little hash browns in my underpants. When the Burger King stopped using my buns, there was little hash browns in my underpants. And my hiney burned like someone put hot apple pie sauce in it. Someone poured a hot apple pie sauce in my hiney.
Poor little unknowing kid.
All right, we're gonna get Honey down here. It looks like.
Yeah, we're coming.
That'd be great. All right, you guys know what to do. You got a contact. You want to be put on hold. What do you need?
Well, we're going to get in touch with your guys and set up a date, and we'll be down.
We'll put you on hold and give you the address.
I think they might have all right, yeah, hold on, just to make sure everyone's set, okay?
Please hold.
Honey, it was great talking to you.
Yes, sweetheart, thank you.
Good luck in the Fatty Pig Fatty contest.
You're biting into a hot apple pie and it just scalds your mouth. That's how the boy's asshole felt. Like that piping hot, roof of your mouth is on fire feeling. Picture the...
You feel it for days later?
Especially since you're that young, you're so confused. You don't know what it is. All you know is, all you remember is some kind of sour breath over your shoulder, and like as the pain got really intense, you heard a grunt, and then a hat fell off the head and landed in front of you. As he gave that final thrust, he went, and his hat fell off and landed in front of the lad. Mama, the man's hat fell off, and then my hiney exploded.
Let's go to Steve in California. Steve.
Hey, how's it going there, O&A?
Hey, what's up,
Jimmy?
Steve?
Hey, I was going to tell Jimmy I watched Lucky Louie last night on HBO, the repeats, but it's the best show around. I fucking love it. It's great.
Well, thank you, man. If you loved it, let HBO know it because they canceled it, so I appreciate you enjoying it.
You got it, buddy.
Thank
Thanks
you,
a
man.
lot, guys.
Damn them.
That's it? All right.
Damn them.
Well, we'll take a break. We'll regroup. We got things to do today. We got the Mike Tyson audio we still haven't played.
Right.
We got John Mark Carr from Larry King. We haven't played that yet. I guess we're up to 300 million Americans officially.
Yeah, but they're saying the 300 millionth American has already crossed over the border from Mexico.
Yeah.
What, they were trying to make it a big thing?
Yeah, like as far as the population of America goes.
It doesn't count.
But they say it's just been illegals already have crossed over the 300 million.
And they counted honey 400 times.
Honey. Yeah.
It's time for another Opie and Anthony Show Scream Along.
Shut up. Okay, terrific.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, this is a fun article. It's Robert Fetter again. Will he come on our show? Can we get Robert Fetter on? Free FM still in throes of ratings free fall. This is, what is this, Chicago Sun-Times maybe? Yeah, all right, Chicago Sun-Times. Our ratings in Chicago, just absolutely awful. But
well, not our ratings yet.
We haven't been on in Chicago long enough for us to take responsibility for the bad ratings in Morning Drive at this station we're on in Chicago,
It's
WCKG.
still at least like 2 months of Rover's ratings.
It says, and we have to be the highlight of the whole article. Like, the book came out for Chicago and New York yesterday. Today it's L.A. and another city we're not on in. And then tomorrow it starts with all the stations we're on, all the cities we're on. Philly, Boston, Washington, all them start coming in tomorrow. But Robert Fetter it does his rating summary of what's going on in the market. And it says, the headline, Free FM still in throes of ratings freefall. He writes, everything that's wrong with CBS Radio can be summed up in 4 letters, WCKG. Arbitron ratings released Monday for the summer quarter delivered another catastrophic blow to the Free FM talk station.
Whoa.
And this is why we got to get him on the phone. The syndicated duo of Greg Opie Hughes and Anthony Cumia proved no more popular in mornings than the dog they replaced, Shane Rover French.
Because it's still Shane Rover French's numbers. Christ on a pony. We didn't start there when we started here. We picked up markets as we went along. We got New York first. We were here first. We're doing very well here. But we had to sit there while the fucking David Lee Roth numbers went away.
Someone's correcting me. It's Feeder, I guess. All right.
Who knows?
Whatever.
Feeder.
It's 1 E. Excuse me.
Cockhead is how I pronounce it. Cockhead.
And in parentheses, he writes, the solution, of course, is still Mancow.
Is it?
Wow, as a result, for the second straight quarter, WCKG wound up below a 1.0 share of all listeners.
Eek.
So, can we get John
Feder?
Robert,
get this
Robert
brave
Feder.
guy that what?
He's not in yet. It's only 8:40 in Chicago.
Who gives a shit? You're a fucking reporter. Be there early.
Yeah, Clark.
Report. You fraud.
Jeff in Chicago, what's up?
Hey, morning, guys. Hey, I want to tell you, you guys are the only program on CKG that is worth a shit. You got all these other boring programs all day and all night long.
We don't even know who's on there. I mean, we like Steve Dahl a lot. I don't know who else is on.
Yeah, Steve Dahl's having a tough time as well in Chicago.
Tom Likas is on there, and he'll bore you to death.
Yeah, Steve Dahl still gets it done, but not like...
Yeah, right.
Like
but, everybody waits for your program. As soon as your program's over...
Well, that's nice, but to keep it fair, we're not... We don't have ratings yet in Chicago, so it's too early to tell what kind of effect we're going to have in the Chicago radio market.
Who's on after us, dude?
I don't even remember. It's so boring. I just turned the channel. So after your program,
Hey, when is Tom Likas on? Because he talks in his real voice.
Oh, Jesus, come on.
Stan and Terry are on after us.
Yeah. Anyway.
Right.
And you guys have a good morning. I'm going to punch out.
On their website, it says, Stan and Terry, relaxed like the Temptations.
Okay.
What?
That's their slug line. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Penn Jillette then is on from 1 to 2. His slug line is the larger and louder half. Steve Dahl, been there, done that. Jim Cramer, making your money, or making you money. Likas 100, adult education. And Bill O'Reilly, The Factor.
What was Likas's? What was Likas's called? Adult education.
Yeah, he does like his
fat, boring cunt taken. Like him to be raped by a man in a Burger King hat.
Let's say hi to Rob in Chicago.
There I was as a child.
Yeah, my face is in the counter, and he had hat head.
And the hat fell off in front of me.
Rob.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
The first advertising for the show that I've seen of any kind was this past week. Billboards went up, and I started seeing bus signs, and they're shared between you and Steve Dahl.
That's cool.
That's still too early. That's what pisses me off, though. This guy, what is his name? Robert Feder. We should just say Feder. It looks like Feder.
Feder.
It's saying that we're failing, and he knows radio. He knows it's too early.
The guy knows he's being a fucking little cunt about it.
Yes.
Get him on the phone. Wake him up. Give me his home number.
And we love Steve Dahl, even though he's on the cover of the Post today.
Let me say.
I love you, Jimmy.
Easy.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm going to tell on you.
I love
I'm calling Steve Dahl right now. All right, well, we'll wait for the boys to get Robert Feder on the phone.
Where'd you get that fruit? Jesus, that looks good.
Phone. Don't touch my fruit.
I want some of that fruit.
You can't have my fruit.
Can somebody get me some fruit?
You bet. You can't have
That's my
fruit.
I want somebody to get me the same fruit that Opie has.
Don't touch my fruit.
You know how hard it is
the worst. Do I have to say it like that?
What?
Yeah.
Fruit that I've ever seen.
What's wrong with my fruit?
There's too much citrus.
Yeah?
What is it? What's in there?
Oranges?
Is that grapefruit?
Grapefruit? Say it right.
Grapefruit. And then what? Pineapple?
Pineapple and orange?
You are looking at an acid bath.
Well, I'm hoping, because this fruit hopefully will make me shit.
Where did you get
I haven't shit
melons?
in a day and a half.
You need cantaloupe and honeydew.
Start taking the stuff that doctor gave us.
Oh, I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't take a chance. Hey, do you know where to get that fruit?
Hey, Jimmy, I'm thinking colonics.
All right.
You really thinking colonics?
I'm thinking of going to the weirdo doctor, too. I think it would be easier just to get the colonics done, Jimmy. What do you think? Instead of going through the powder and the
I'm going to try the powder, because I've done the colonics, and the colonics might hurt your butt just a little bit. I want to kind of do the powder. Just
what do you mean it's going to hurt my butt?
When they put something in there to squirt water in there, unless you're used to things being in your butt, which I don't think you are. I certainly wasn't. It takes a little bit of getting used to.
I see where you're going. I see where you're going with this. I see.
Alright, what do you got cooking in your oven over here?
Oh, see here. Now we get to the bottom of the issue, and this is why Robert Feeder, fuckface, has to call our show. See, we got some inside guys in Chicago. Vince, what's up?
Good morning, boys.
Hey there, Vince.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Thanks, Vince.
Hey, if you get a hold of Feeder, ask him why he's always had such a hard-on for Mad Cow.
Has he?
He's always supported Man Cow?
Always.
That's one of Man Cow's guys.
I have no problem with that, but let's at least be fair and tell
You're reporting in a fucking newspaper. This guy is supposed to put facts in there.
Keep it fair, Judge.
Sir,
supposed to put facts in there, and the guy is full of shit.
Hey, sir, which guy do you mean? Which reporter?
Feeder.
Fetter, yeah.
Fetter, yeah.
Feeder.
And don't call on Monday, because he doesn't work on Monday.
Well, it's Tuesday.
Who is he, Johnny Carson?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, fudge.
Where do you stand on fruit?
Yeah, what kind of fruit do you like?
Fruit? I like grapes.
Yeah, I like grapes. I don't like melons
Grapes are good.
when it comes to fruit.
You know,
I got a problem with grapes. I got to eat them all.
I don't like figs. Ugh. Would you like me to cut you a fig, perhaps?
Ancient Rome.
No, I was eating a salad recently, and it had figs in it. My salad was chock full of figs.
Ugh, fig.
I'd rather have fucking rhinoceros balls sliced in half and tossed into my salad than figs.
You know what figs are all about? When you eat fruit, it comes out like figs.
I don't want figs. They look like those eye things that develop on fat people's eyeballs and fucking on fat people's necks. Oh, look, he's got a fig farm on his neck. I don't want to kiss him. He's fat and has a fig farm on his neck.
All right, man.
Fruit is good for your colon, boy.
Dude, I eat a lot of fruit. I'm not saying fruit is bad. I'm only saying I don't like figs.
How does anybody like grapefruit? It's beyond me.
I like it.
It is a sour, it's bitter tasting. It's not sweet at all.
Look at the color.
That's
like
not
ruby,
sweet.
It's like a ruby red pussy.
It doesn't matter. It's sour and bitter.
Exactly.
It's not sweet at all.
Watch.
Oh, he's...
Oh,
a piece of grapefruit.
Fruit.
It's good for you.
Oh my horrible.
God. It is pretty sour.
It's sour and bitter and awful grapefruit. An orange is good because it's like a grapefruit, only sweet.
See how much more relaxed we are over here? That was a buzzkill today, man. I'm pissed off. We gave the station good ratings, and we end up getting yelled at.
That's what happens. Why should anything change?
Well,
I got a bubble in my throat. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it certainly is.
I have a smoothie bubble in my throat.
And you know, you need to
It's like I just took a load of cum.
Yeah, exactly.
Kiwis, best fruit?
No, I don't fucking off kiwis annoy me. The little seedy flavor.
They're too,
blueberries.
No.
I like blueberries when they're in season, and I like strawberries.
Blueberries could be my favorite.
Ripe honeydew.
I don't know. What do you
honeydew.
Fuck honeydew right in the mouth.
Cantaloupe.
Oh, cantaloupe is for queers.
Cantaloupe stinks.
Cantaloupe is fucking
then
rookie
call
fruit.
me faggot because I love it.
All right, why don't we move on with the show?
I like to play with the little crocodile head that I have here.
Let's do that. That is really sick.
It's a little baby alligator head.
Decapitated alligator head you play with.
I want to tease children with this.
We got stuff to do.
I want to wave this at children and just go, bite, bite, chew, chew. and then scrape their little fingers with the teeth.
By the way, we were being polite because we were being heard on Free FM in New York. The ratings for the rest of the day are just
abominable,
unfucking believable. So
unfathomable.
So we were actually trying to be cool about the whole thing this morning. We really were. We really were.
Yeah, they don't listen to XM anyway.
You know, whatever. And if they do, they do. We were trying to be nice.
Trying to be nice.
I'm not kidding. They could turn off the station after our show and save on the electric bill. And we're just frustrated because every place we go, we're in the same situation.
We said the same line at NEW.
Yep.
They could turn off.
You know what's sad about this situation? I was looking at NEW ratings. They were a little higher than Free
They were
FM.
higher. Yeah.
I'm like, well, at least in the old days, we were over here.
When
We're
they
a
were
little
talking,
higher.
when back in the old days they were talking about what a horror show NEW was ratings wise. They were better ratings than where we are now.
Way better.
In New York.
I don't like the name Free FM. I think it's reactionary. I like the name K-Rock better, man. I don't like the names like Jack and all this fancy shit. The name Free FM I just don't like. I like K-Rock.
I liked K-Rock in New York when it was just K-Rock. Yeah. It's K-Rock.
Yeah. It has more personality.
But
yeah,
now
you put
it's
some
now
fucking
there's-
music and stop playing faggoty fucking music playlists. Stop playing the
switched
same
it.
shit.
They switched it. They put K-Rock somewhere else. And now this.
Oh, my God. Give me some sugar. Give me some.
Say, look.
It's so sour.
Are you having a problem eating
My
your fruit?
goodness, I told you.
It's tart.
Why did you do it?
Is it tart?
Why did you do it? Fucking lunatics. We're punch drunk from being beat up this morning.
Oh, my God. We were just like kind of start our show, celebrating the fact we had a pretty good book in New York. I mean, we got a ways to go. But we're moving up, especially in the demos. And
that's all that
and
matters.
then all of a sudden, Tom comes in and just curses us out. How is that good for us in the station? Kenny, am I allowed to have one sugar packet on my fruit?
Isn't there enough fructose in the fruit?
Fructose?
No, fruck yourself.
Yeah. Kenny, if I get a smoothie like that again, throw it in the savage's face that made it.
You know, I was thinking the same thing. It was a rookie
what was wrong with
smoothie assembler.
What did you think was wrong with it when you saw it?
I just knew when he stepped up to the plate to like make it like
it wasn't going to be good.
Yeah, he was a little
It was
off.
too much of whatever they use. What do they use? Skim milk?
And then I saw
Arab
like
load.
from the the color.
Yep. The color was too light.
It was
Yeah.
too
It was
milky.
a lot
know
too
why?
milky.
He got something out of his private pump.
You think he fucking jacked off in my smoothie?
No, I think he popped a cyst into it. He squeezed it. He had a back
ass
cyst.
cyst.
He injured himself picking figs, and he had a back cyst.
No,
that he-
believe me.
Oh, sorry, God, you go. Sorry.
You were done.
Yeah, I knew. You were done.
Nice,
Wow.
nice.
I knew when I saw it, and I should have just had it sent back when I took that first sip. But I drank the whole thing, but it wasn't good banana-y. I like them banana-y.
I tell him exactly like that too.
And it was a bunch of fucking milk with a little bit of banana and barely a trace of strawberry.
All right, listen.
Upset.
Tank, call the show, please. Please, Tank, call the show.
Tank? What does Tank want?
Don't hide behind your instant feedback and call the show. There's not many people calling right now, so you'll get right through.
Wasn't Tank Mrs. Brady's boyfriend that came to visit?
And I will test you with your last name. He writes...
Then Robert Reed fucked him in the ass while he slept. Gave him AIDS.
We have too many new listeners that really don't get the program yet. They
No.
just don't.
They don't.
We really haven't changed that much as far
What
as our
seems to
delivery
be his
and our
fucking
on our
problem?
take as far as doing a radio show. Tank writes, do you guys have to be such insecure douches about every person that says anything about your show? How about do an entertaining show and stop being prima donnas, and maybe people won't talk shit about the ratings?
Hey, ass, maybe when the ratings come out once every 3 months, we like to fucking discuss them, you cunt. You little fucking cunt bag. Please live in New York so you can come down here. Come down here because I want to watch other people beat you up.
Tank on the phone? The
Much
phones
too
are now lit.
slender. I'm much too slender.
Nah, we're going to have a bunch of fake tanks now.
You are svelte.
See, we call people out on stuff.
Yeah.
When Robert Footer writes about the rating summary, in the Chicago Sun-Times.
Yeah.
And then blatantly, like, ignores the fact that we have nothing to do with this ratings book.
Yeah,
it bothers us. I'm sorry.
Tank, let's say someone wrote a story about you, that you were a heterosexual that didn't like to only fuck your father in the asshole. See, that would be upsetting to you, wouldn't it? Because you know that's true.
You have to think,
You
Tank.
fuck your father in his asshole. And if someone wrote and said you didn't, that would be a lie, and you'd have to call him out on it.
That's right.
You ass.
Jesus.
Why can't we ever just be a show that just skips merrily along and bitches about things when they get brought up, and how we have fun when we're in a fun mood and things like that? This is what this is.
And do we bitch every time someone badmouths? Yes! What do you do in your fucking life? If you find out someone's badmouthing you, what do? Just shrug your shoulders? That's the beauty of being on the radio. Anyone that badmouths Lucky Louie or me, I badmouth. Anyone that badmouths this show, we badmouth back.
Tank, here.
What's wrong with you?
You can relate to this. When you're making...
Thanks a lot.
When you're making the French fries every day, and it gets back to you that people aren't digging your French fries that day, what are you doing?
You don't care.
You're blowing snot rockets into the French fries, right? You're not just going, well, that's one guy's opinion, and I better just continue making good French fries here.
That's right. You should be dating Margaret Houlihan with that name.
Tank?
Little man.
Tank, is that you? It's me, Tank.
Yuck.
Tank. What is it? Maybe you were athletic in high school, but now you're a big fat fuck.
His first name
and
is...
they still call you Tank.
His first name is Septic.
Because he's full of shit.
Oh, language.
Yes.
I wouldn't take it there.
Tank.
Is Tank calling?
He won't call.
Maybe one of these Tanks
Another
on the phone.
brave fucking asshole. They're all brave online.
Yep.
All fucking brave.
Why do we need to put our names if we badmouth the show? You don't need to, but why wouldn't you want to?
And plus the fact it sets up for another fine bit, because we'll go at it with the guy. That's fun to listen to. People like that.
Do we have Tank on the phone? There's a bunch of phone calls coming in. It's lit.
Yeah.
No Tanks.
Oh, Tank! Where are ye, Tank?
He's a faggot. He ain't calling.
That's right.
He's a fucking little faggot. Why do we bitch? Because we read lies about us. Tank.
That's right.
You dickbag.
All right.
There was an article written that said your mother isn't a whore. Wouldn't you be upset because you know that cunt face is a whore? Right, Tank.
Well, no surprise. Tank has decided not to call the show.
What do you think, Tank?
All right, keep being brave behind your computer screen.
All of them that are. Oh, they disgust me.
You have an opportunity to call any day you want, but instead you'll hide behind a keyboard, right?
Just type away.
All right.
Give me something funny to talk about.
So they introed America's 300th millionth person.
Great.
This isn't the real
one.
one.
What nationality was this?
They just guessed.
What was it, by the way? It wasn't a white, God-fearing American, was it? I'll say Hispanic. They are the fastest-growing population here in this country. So odds are. Hey, where are you going?
It's just... and now it's just a shitstorm.
Here we
Language.
Because people are just dumb. Duck, Chicago.
Yeah, what the fuck, guys?
What's up, Duck? Listen to this one. Listen to this
You wonder why nobody fucking listens to you, why everybody bashes you. Listen to your fucking New York attitude and think about it.
Hey, what about your Chicago attitude?
Chicago, you cocksuckers.
Duck.
Hey, that sounds like a good attitude.
Wait, Duck, you don't make sense because you're calling our show. That means you're listening.
I'm listening, and I'm just about fucking tired of the bullshit.
And your attitude isn't very good either.
Listen, if you want anybody to listen, why don't you just fucking lighten up some and quit thinking that New Yorkers are holier than fucking thou.
No one said New York. Dude, what does New Yorkers have to do with anything?
Duck. Whether we succeed or fail in Chicago, what we're trying to say today, it's too early to tell, and we want to call out Robert Feeder on that.
Yeah, what's New York?
What's wrong with that?
Feeder and fuck Tank. Get off the fucking that you guys are the greatest thing in the world. So what?
Who said we were?
All right, wait. Give us. Hold on, Duck. Give us one example where we said we're the greatest thing in the world, or give us one example of our New York attitude.
Okay, New York attitude.
Yeah.
Detroit. Oh, jeez. Oh, the Midwest. Oh, the Midwest. We're not a bunch of fucking yokels. We're not a bunch of fucking idiots.
We didn't say
Who said that? We were talking about the South, you idiot.
Yeah, we all could agree the South stinks.
Right?
No.
Yeah.
No, because no, you can't agree that the South stinks. Why do you guys?
We're just kidding with that statement too. Don't you get the
kidding?
Duck doesn't really get the show.
You don't get sarcasm. You don't get just.
Duck.
The point is as follows, gentlemen. The point is as follows. Peter's a dick. Peter's been attacking everything to do with CKG forever.
All right, so why can't we call him out on it finally? Why can't we call him out on it? Everyone else just... But everyone else just...
doesn't fucking count to your listeners.
Wait, Duck. It makes for good radio. If this guy's been putting down WCKG and he loves Mancow forever, why not? Why don't we call him out on it and have...
Smash him.
And then get him on the air and see if he's brave enough to discuss this? Why not on a professional level?
He's not brave enough to discuss it on a professional level. Peter's been hiding behind his column for 20 fucking years.
Doug, what would you do?
And Duck.
He's done it with everybody.
Duck, could I ask you this? Is this the type of show we're doing today, because we're in pissy moods about everything, is this the show that is indicative of this program, the show that we do every day?
Not even today's show. Just a little bit of today's show is a bitch fest.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
We moved on after Tom Chiusano said, fuck you to us.
Your shows are great. There's nobody ever saying that your shows aren't good. You got a couple
Doc, Tom Chiusano put us in a bad mood because, we were just speaking the truth. We're frustrated. We have a passion to do radio. And, we spoke our mind. We were going to move on. And he actually mouthed the words, fuck you, to the show that's getting in the ratings. That kind of, we had fun with it on the air, but it was kind of a bummer. I'm not going to lie to you here. It took the air right out of the room this morning. Like, oh, great.
You guys made a great comeback. Jimmy's been on a roll. You guys have all been on a fucking roll. Fuck Peter.
Dude, we came up with a new bit today, Doug. What about fruit?
We want to beat up Feeder, because what would you do? First of all, we do 5 hours a day. If someone's bad-mouthing you, why wouldn't we address that? Like, it's annoying on a personal level, so we're not so detached that we won't address it. Why wouldn't we? Like, as a guy, if someone was bad-mouthing you, wouldn't you want to get them on the phone or address them? Of course you would.
Well, normally, Jim, when I address someone, I'm always face-to-face with everybody every day.
Well, it's hard on the radio.
Yeah, that would be nice if we could be, but there's too many fucking cowards out there.
So the closest we can come is to at least getting the guy on the phone and addressing it. And, what's wrong with having an argument with a guy or listening? Why not?
Because you're going to beat this thing to death. Peter's never going to call. He's never going to respond. That's the kind of
hold on, dude. We will not beat it to death. We've been pretty good about that. The old show, we used to beat things into the ground.
Oh, my God.
And we.
All right.
You got
me on that one.
All right, thank you, Duck.
Thanks for the advice, Duck. But it's still too early to tell if we're going to fail or succeed in Chicago.
You're going to succeed in Chicago. Hope everybody out here loves you. We're not Robert Feeder.
Feder.
We're not Feeder. We fired a fucking Stern. Stern didn't survive.
It's Feder, isn't it?
He sucked.
All right, thank you, Duck. I appreciate it.
Thank you there, Duck. Just trying to help.
The New York attitude, and he's just yelling. He sounds like the fucking, like Dennis Farina.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cook a hot dinner, and I'm gonna find your wife, and I'm gonna kill her too. How do you not love Chicago?
Who was trying to work out a duck, duck, goose joke in their head?
Honest to God, didn't think about it.
I was trying. Chuck, what's up?
Hey, I just want to say...
Wait, did we go from Duck to Chuck?
Yeah. Suck, Duck, Chuck. Well, All right.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say...
What's up, Chuck?
Up, Chuck. It's like a puke joke.
Keep it fair.
Up, Chuck.
What's up?
Hey, I just want to say you guys are having a great show, and when Jimmy said "hitted me" earlier, I nearly shit my pants.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and just keep up the fucking good work. I've been listening since Nude Poetry Woman Day back on NEW.
And she beat me up.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Have fun, guys.
All right, well...
Keep bitching. We love it.
Say what?
You can keep bitching. We love it.
No, we'll...
I don't mind bitching. I think it can be fun to bitch. I enjoy hearing it.
It can be fun. And like I said, it's not indicative of this program. We have days where maybe we'll go off, we'll be a little pissy. Sorry. That's the honesty of the show. We can't come in and put on the radio voice, blah blah blah, and then leave and be all pissy.
I'll tell you what frustrates us, because we're trying to be nice today, but we're sharing ratings with a midday show over at Free FM that's getting absolutely no ratings. And then it's reported in the paper that Opie and Anthony did this certain number in Morning Drive. But that's rated 6 to 10 a.m.
And these fucking writers know.
We're only responsible for 6 to 9.
They know.
You take the last hour away, and our ratings are very, very impressive, but it'll never be reported that way, and we get really frustrated. And we get frustrated every month when the ratings come out, and we know what's going on. And the people that report on radio ratings in the papers here in New York know what's going on, but they refuse to really acknowledge it and kind of tell the real story.
Let's say you do a job.
So we get very frustrated.
You do a job, 8 hours a day you're supposed to work. That's your normal business job for 8 hours a day, and you work on commission for sales or something like that. After 6 hours... blithering idiot retard comes in, blowing snot out his nose, and can't make one fucking sale. But you're responsible for the entire 8-hour shift. Wouldn't that annoy the piss out of you that this fucking retard is in there blowing snot bubbles instead of selling, and you're losing out? And the company letterhead comes out, the little newsletter comes out and says, well, this guy did shitty. You know, he could be doing better for his 8-hour shift. And you sit there and go, but I don't work 8 hours of the shift. A retard comes in for 2 hours.
And instead of you being on the cover with a smile, they have Dirk Banner, regional manager.
Right.
Explaining the new corporate strategy is Dirk Banner. And he's standing in front of what are those called? The things they made of cork board.
A cork board.
Dirk Banner is standing in front of a cork board.
Dirk Banner.
Clippered. I ran out of steam on Dirk Banner. I had high hopes for him.
Dirk
that
Banner.
Fizzled immediately.
Let's go to Mike in South Carolina. Mike.
Hey, man.
Hey,
you're fucking funny, boy.
This can't be a real
fucking
boy.
funny there talking shit about South Carolina. Boy, you funny, man.
All right, this can't be a real voice.
What, South Carolina? I love South Carolina.
Yeah, boy, y'all fucking funny, man. I like y'all.
Got relatives
y'all
down
make
there.
me fucking laugh.
Yeah?
It's the fucking, it's the Pacific Northwest that I'm talking about we got to goof on,
Yes.
right?
Those
guys suck.
Yeah, boy, y'all need to come down here and hang out, man.
I love the Midwest, the South. It's
I like
beautiful.
the South. They're fine.
It's the fucking Northeast. Oh, wait a minute. All right, Mr. South Carolina, laughing character guy. Jesus.
You cackling goose.
All right. Good Morning America intros America's 300th millionth person.
That's cool.
All right. How did they choose this person?
On location reporter steps on introduction.
And wouldn't it have been a baby?
Well, they just got to pick someone. So they probably saw a wetback and said, all right, you're the one.
Well, do they have two reporters? They have one guy in Wisconsin.
Jesus.
And one in Florida. They both have stopwatches eye to eye with a cunt. All right. So far, it's just blood and afterbirth. I got a head.
They should have had a competition.
Yeah.
Yep.
That would have been fun.
Squeak it out.
As soon as the fucking, how funny would it be if the head popped out and they went, wait, put the balloons back. It's not breathing. Put the balloons back.
Let's go to contestant number 2.
The band has to stop.
Send the band away.
The band has to stop playing, and the camera pulls away just to two crying people.
Even better.
Fredo has to send the band away. Get out of here.
Even better, the 300 millionth person is a waterhead.
Oh. All right, let's hear.
And it takes all weekend to be born.
All right, we're watching the clock. Drum roll, please. Now to that American milestone. The 300th millionth American will arrive today in a matter of seconds. We're 2 away. Let's check in with Juju Chang. I know you're there at the nation's busiest busiest maternity ward in Atlanta. Are you watching the clock? One more, Juju.
Right.
Is it going to be there?
We're watching the clock. We missed it by 2 minutes. We just had a baby girl born here at 7:44 a.m. The good news is she's healthy. The bad news is she's not the 300 millionth American, as far as we can tell. Now, based on what
Wait, Juju, we can't let this moment pass. The clock just went to 300. There are now 300 million Americans.
Oh my God!
In the United States
I would throw
of America.
confetti, but I'm in a maternity ward.
Throw babies.
Confetti, Robin, but I'm in a maternity ward.
I guess it would not be appropriate. Okay, go on now, Juju. I just had to recognize that milestone.
I wish I could see that clock. We had a nurse rush in and say, we just had a baby baby girl born, but it was 7:44, so we missed it.
Probably fucking 30 kids born at that time.
Yeah.
And it's not 300th million, it's 300 millionth. Not 300th. How many
300th millionth? Fluffer and Fuckertash. That's a lot of people. Dope.
They missed the moment.
Yeah, they missed the moment. They didn't have the baby. They fucked up completely.
They picked a maternity ward in where? Georgia?
Atlanta.
Well, what about one on Long Island?
Yeah, how about one out fucking nice neighborhood? Can the 300 millionth person in this country born please be white? Could you just pick a white person for something in this country these days?
They have.
Can the president go read to white children?
Speaking of picking the white kid for something, how about president? I don't know. I got to disagree. I think white people have had a few things sewn up here for a while.
Who cares? We're defeated. We're a defeated race.
Hey.
And I speak as only half of one.
But we couldn't figure this out.
Sicilian, you know. From Moors.
We couldn't figure this out, though. They just picked a hospital somewhere and said, all right, well, it'll be from this maternity ward.
Do you think that news fucking program was the actual Census Bureau?
I don't know.
That was a dopey gimmick that went horribly awry.
Yeah. I want to poop. I want to poop. I want to poop. I want to poop.
Yeah.
I want to poop now.
The whole country's just going to look like Sam. In how many years?
Right. That's all
how many years before we all just are Sam?
Indistinguishable race with feet that point out like idiots.
Big thumbs.
But that's fine. Then
better to grasp more things. He's like the You've evolved further.
But that's
than,
fine.
Than
then there won't
everyone
be any
else.
wars at that point. No wars.
Why?
Nothing to fight over.
Still be land.
We'll have the same religion and the same color. We'll all just be happy.
Just Sam. Hi. Welcome to Earth.
I'm Sam.
Yes, it is. No matter where a UFO lands. Hello. Take me to your leader. I am. All right, then let me meet your subjects. Hi.
Hey,
We're all the same guy.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Candyman. Got to calm people
morning.
down. Candyman.
Yeah. Hey, nice sales pitch. How long before XM loses another hour for free FM to get it?
No. Then the whole thing collapses.
Next month.
Then the whole thing collapses.
Delicate balance.
Yeah, I'm here to say we can't do that because then we understand the overall plan here, and that would just collapse the plan.
Delicate balance.
I would hope that they would at least listen to the suggestion of maybe running a best of or the first hour of the show or something, just so we know 6 to 10 is ours.
Hey, I got a
but as far as doing another hour, that's just not going to happen.
I got a suggestion.
What?
Put, Danny Bertucci for an hour, man. Who wouldn't listen to see if he's going to kill someone?
I like Danny. I like him a lot.
No, he's good.
Well, what's wrong? What's wrong?
Seem to have Robert Federer's home phone number.
Oh, good. We'll call him
that
right
motherfucker at home.
We'll call him at home. All right. Thank you, Candyman.
All right, later.
They know why. This person knows why they picked Atlanta Hospital. Bobby in Georgia. Bobby.
Some information you got, man.
What's going on, Opie?
I love that guy.
What's up, Bobby?
Hey, listen, what they did was in the paper, they had the statistic every 7 seconds a baby is born, every 13 seconds somebody dies, and every 31 seconds an illegal immigrant comes into the country, or an immigrant is naturalized or whatever. So anyway, they figured with all the babies going on in Atlanta, they figured that's the busiest place, so that's where they figured. They sit there and count it back, and they look at it, and they just figured that's where the baby would hit. So that's
they missed it.
You know what sucked? There's some poor mom somewhere that officially had the 300 millionth kid. Yeah, it's hard to say. 300 millionth kid, and no one knows. But God knows. God knows who's 300
Oh,
million.
God doesn't give a fat rat's ass.
And you tell Robert Feder, whatever the hell he wants to call himself, that he better come on the air with us, or some of these credit card numbers will be distributed amongst our crew.
They have his credit card numbers?
I don't know what they got. The Pests are very resourceful.
Wow.
Vote for Jerry Springer tonight, Pest. Let's get the job done.
They have his
Let's
blood
get
type.
the job done.
Don't you worry
Here's
about
his
it.
blood type. You want us to throw some AIDS in it?
This bit of information right there is crucial to any theft of identity.
Can you say what kind of a...
Right there. No, I'm not going to say a word, but right there, that is crucial.
Oh, my.
No, you tell him to just fucking get on the phone. Look at this. Look at that.
Where did you get that information?
Hey, this guy gets
What is
it.
it? Let me see.
It's probably the wrong fucking one.
This guy gets it. No, that's him. Look at that.
What am I looking at? Okay.
Right here. Right there.
Oh, I'm over there.
Yeah, look at that.
No. Can we give that out over the air?
Oh, no.
Isn't that great?
Oh, no.
That's hysterical. Very resourceful.
Right,
Not picking up.
Can we leave him a
Not
message? Let's leave him a
picking
message.
up.
Can we leave him a message?
All right, not picking up. 8. We'll give away every time we call and you don't answer, another number gets given out. 8.
Let's leave him a message.
Is the first number.
Well, he might be on his
of
way
the
to work.
area code.
Let's be realistic. It's 9.
Realistic. Why should we start now?
He may be on his way to work. He may not be avoiding. He may not have heard this. He may not have XM. He may not be unaware right now.
Well, now it's...
What if he stops at a glory hole?
Well, then, I'm sure.
It's 9:15 now.
Schedules that in.
Call the Sun-Times, Chicago Sun-Times.
Like we say, get him on the horn.
Tell them that Opie and Anthony are having a meltdown and they need to talk to Robert.
Whatever.
Tony in Pennsylvania. Tony.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hey.
Listen, I got to call you guys out. You know, I'm a long-time fan on the old show.
Yeah.
When there was problems like this, you guys at least dealt with it. All you're doing is looking for excuses now, and it's, you know...
What do you mean?
All right. Please explain. You can't just throw that out.
Well, I mean, you know, you're not looking for any solutions instead of coming up with good bits. I mean, right now, you guys should be plugging the fact that your replay Letterman will be tonight.
We have been.
We have been.
Yeah, and little Jimmy will be on November 1st.
He's trying to make us feel better by
thank you, sir.
Doing a little gag call.
Sasha has a problem with you.
Sasha, what's the matter?
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Anthony, you there, man?
This guy is so not from... yes, okay, I'll play along. Yes, I'm here, Sasha.
Thank you for playing along, man. Hey, dude, you say you're hating on Seattle, man, but we love you up here, man.
Oh, I love the Northwest. What I really meant was the Southwest.
Hold on, man.
I get it confused.
Cappuccino. Hold on, man.
He's having his cappuccino. It's wacky Pacific Northwest guy.
That's right. Except I hate it when you really hate on the women, man, because the women are our sisters, they're our mothers, man. And I'm not down with that either.
God, this guy does sound like people from there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we got someone at Free FM that has heard us. Opie and Anthony, Free FM, New York City, 6 to 9 a.m. They did the breakout.
Oh, finally?
Men 18 to 34, ranked number 3 overall. Number 2 English with a 7.8.
Number 2 English, yeah.
Trailing only Hot 97 and some Spanish douche station.
So wait, for the white station with the number 1 in that demo?
Number
2 for Whitey?
You know what? Number 3 overall.
Yeah, that's fine.
But you got to take the Spanish crap out because you can't compete with Spanish.
Because there's too many Spanish people
taking over.
And there's only a few stations.
There's only, a couple of stations, and there's a hell of a lot of
Well, this is how they
Spaniards.
sell it to the advertisers. This isn't us trying to make ourselves look better. We actually sell it this way because on the Spanish station, they play Spanish commercials. So they could go to advertisers and go, good news, Opie and Anthony, men 18 to 34, are the number 2 English-speaking
because they're not going to
radio show in Morning Drive. Men 18 to 49, the story's even better. We're ranked number 2 when you get rid of that crap hour. And we are number 1 as far as English-speaking radio stations.
Are they promoting it as the crap hour? Is that what they actually call it?
Yeah, it's the crap hour.
Wait, what was that demo you just read?
Men 18 to 49, that's our demo.
1849 is our demo.
So we're second behind the Spanish-speaking station, basically.
Okay.
That is huge.
Number 1 English.
Men 25 to 49, we're ranked number 2 behind the Spanish-speaking station. Number 1 English-speaking radio show. And it just goes on. Number 2 overall, men 25-44, same thing. Spanish station beating us. Men 25 to 54 were ranked 3rd overall.
You can't say
number
who said
2
that?
English. They're just praising us, though. Wins is beating us, men 25 to 54. And the
Damn
Spanish
news.
They're fucking assholes at Wins. I hate that little news clicker. Oh, sorry.
The paper reporting a 2-2 overall 12+.
Right.
What did I tell you we had? I just wanted to show my...
I think you said a 2.5. Is that correct?
I forget.
I actually went with a 0.4. So it would. I said to Ant earlier 2.6.
Okay.
He's got 2.6 as well. 2.6. If you see that article in the Daily News today, moves us all the way past all those stations that were tied at 2.5, including IMUS, and including Q104 here in New York. It's a whole different story when you get rid of the crap hours. What we're getting at. I'm going to send this off to someone.
Oh boy.
Look what I do.
What are you doing?
Look what I do. Look.
Oh no.
Look what I do. Look.
I'm starting trouble.
Look.
I see what you do.
What's the Mike Tyson audio?
You might want to take a look at this. Send. There you go. That'll be on a website in the very near future.
Oh Jesus
Bing.
Christ. What happened? Did I do something? And the guy that I just sent it to?
Yeah. Just emailed you?
Said, can you forward New York ratings to me? I beat him to the punch. He wanted them. I sent them. All right.
Jiminy Cricket.
There you go.
Heart.
They consider Hot 97 English speaking? Good point. Good point. They speak the language of the Schwiggy.
No.
Oh, they're very popular.
Yeah. And they bitch because I say pounds instead of dollars. Really? You might want to listen to Hot 97.
Right.
All right. What do you want to do?
I want to hear
John Mark Carr audio.
John Mark Carr.
And Mike Tyson?
Yes.
All right, we'll do that after the break.
I say Tyson first. That's just my guess. It's not necessary.
Oh, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't... You know, I... wouldn't mind hearing John Mark Carr. Fruit. And I do see a point for the other. I think that I should have... I don't know. I'm gonna say maybe we should do...
Stay out the bushes. 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 Stay out the bushes.
Bend over, baby butt. Bend over, baby butt. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Dirty little stank.
It's a freak show.
Dirty little stank.
Oh, yeah.
This tastes so good.
Come on down and I'll feed you sausage.
Give me it. Oh, no.
Oh, you're very naughty.
Yes.
You guys suck.
But so does your mom.
Oh, you're very naughty.
Yes.
You guys suck.
But so does your mom.
I'm quite the mother shucker. The mother shucker.
Stupid friggin' what?
Hey!
Talk about things. Talk about things.
True syndication.
Talk about things.
Hug me, bitch.
Remember to always drink your banana juice.
Ant's losing his mind. He's bouncing people from the Pal Talk room. Hey, this is the Opie and Anthony show.
announced Opie.
By the way, I want to say hi to everybody that I personally met at F.H. Riley's over the weekend. My brother's restaurant. My restaurant as well, by the way. I just don't do anything. I just sit there.
Silent partner.
Silent partner.
Is that what they call it?
I'm very proud of my brother, though. He's doing a great job with F.H. Riley's. 400 New York Avenue in Huntington Village out there on Long Island. And they held a last pest standing at F.H. Riley's over the weekend. My brother was the MC. He's never MC'd anything in his life.
That was a rip, man.
Every once in a while, he'll get up at a wedding and say something as a best man, but that's about it. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do public speaking or any of that crap. And I got to tell you, he did a great job. He did a great job.
Yeah, great MC. And the object was stand-up comedy, like open mic.
You showed up, Ant? You went?
Oh, yeah. Cool. Oh, my God. If these guys don't have an appreciation, a newfound appreciation for what you guys do, they should all just be smacked.
Wow, is it...
It was hysterical in every way it wasn't supposed to be.
Who went up that was funnier than you thought they would be?
My brother.
Your brother. Okay.
To be honest with you.
Whack Baguette.
Whack Baguette. Yeah.
Who's that?
She was, she's a girl.
Okay.
She went up first and really just laid into the whack bag crowd.
Okay.
By the way,
good ripping apart.
Before we move on, don't say who won.
No.
I mean, the insiders know.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you why I don't want us to announce the winner, because we're thinking of airing Last Pest Standing on 202 in its entirety with no edits.
How long was
Just very raw and let it roll. It's like an hour and a half. Because they did about 45, 50 minutes, and they took a really long break, which was the problem. If they're going to do this again, they need a shorter break because everyone got hammered. So the second half is very sloppy.
How's the audio?
It's great. It's MP3. It's perfect. So we're thinking just run it as a special on this channel. I got to get with Eric Logan. We got to get with Eric Logan and Don and decide when we should air it. Like air it twice, maybe this weekend, in the middle of the night or at whatever.
I'd like to hear it.
Or late night. What do you think?
I'd love to hear it.
And like I said, the insiders know who won, but for the casual listener that doesn't go to the websites, they don't consider themselves a pest, it'll be fun listening for them as well.
I don't know who won.
Right. That's why I kind of stopped in, because I think we're heading in that direction. We were going to start talking about who was really good and who wasn't and who won the thing,
Me and Louis C.K. were talking one time, and he said he likes to listen to the Comedy Channel, but not for good comedy, for bad comedy.
Yeah.
There's something about hearing horrid comedy, and I don't mean a really good comic who you just don't like politically or whatever, but somebody who stinks at it. There's something great about listening to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's so obvious that they're bad at it. It's like someone trying to hit a high note and their voice cracking. Like when someone sucks at doing stand-up, there's just no way around
I couldn't get enough of this. I sat in the back and I was laughing. I was cringing. It was all the emotions. There were definitely some really funny lines. There were definitely some major cringe moments. There were just train wrecks.
Oh, yeah.
You know, people just getting yelled at.
Did anybody bomb?
Oh, yeah, there's bombing.
Oh, it was just complete carpet bombing.
Right.
People that really didn't know might have actually had something that might have been considered an okay joke, but just no timing, no delivery.
Yeah, so...
Did No Filter Paul go on?
Oh.
Does anybody remember?
Not when I was up there.
Wow, no, I don't think so.
There.
Why wouldn't he go on stage?
I don't know.
So we're thinking about it. We got to get with Don and Eric and see when we can run in where it makes sense. But I think it would be great for the channel. You know, I'll intro some of the segments and can intro.
Yeah.
Just do the setups because it needs some setups here and there. And just let it run in its entirety. We were thinking of editing the thing, make it, move a little better. And then Ant and I are talking like, you know what? Just run it as is.
Did Happy Typing Girl go on?
She was running the Pal Talk camera.
She's a fucking crazy person with her laptop.
She's passionate about the show.
She's a cyborg. She walks around with the laptop pointing cameras at people.
Yeah.
She's going to catch a murder on film one day. Or me masturbating looking at her. And she's going to go say, cut it out, you.
She'll say, oh, I always knew it.
Oh, I don't think you should be doing that.
I always knew it.
Oh, I don't think so, Jim.
FEDER at suntimes.com. Attack.
Where is he?
FEDER at suntimes.com. Attack. He doesn't want to come on the show with us? Well,
have we got
to call him again?
He doesn't want to. Call his house. His place of business.
Let's leave him a message. Let's leave him an honest message. Not a nasty one, but just like a, hey, how are area. Wanted to see if well, you know.
4.
Oh, you must be playing golf.
All right, psycho.
Are you a golfer?
You could have just said 4.
Guy, let's have some audio. Let's play some. Let's get with the Mike Tyson. I'd love to hear Mike Tyson.
All right, we got Mike Tyson. The other thing.
I just don't want to poke fun.
Vote for Jerry tonight, please. No. O&A Pest, this is going to be a tough week. This could be the week where we lose the whole thing.
Really? Why?
Yeah, this is what.
You've been kind of keeping tabs?
They talk about the
good dancers.
They talk about Dancing with the Stars on all the gossip shows. I mean, it is the hot story. So, and we're kind of controlling it right now. But I think we got our work cut out for us this week. So,
yeah,
it's
so we need everyone to vote for Jerry at abc.com. Jerry Springer. Okay, Mike Tyson wants to beat up girls. He has in the past, but he wants to get paid for it now and keep it on the legal side.
God, who doesn't?
Mike Tyson said fans should not expect much of a fight when he steps back into the ring. But the 40-year-old former heavyweight champ promised an entertaining show Friday night when he launches the Mike Tyson's World Tour in Youngstown, Ohio. Tyson says he will likely go just 4 rounds against former sparring partner Corey T-Rex Sanders. He says future stops on the tour might include bouts with women, possibly professional boxer Ann Wolfe. A promoter for Wolfe says, that'll never happen.
Fred from Jersey, were you just listening? What the hell is going on with you two? Ratings are poor at best. We just told you what the ratings are. And it'll be,
oh, my God.
And the email I got,
oh my God.
We'll throw it up on Whackbag.
Oh, my dear sweet Jesus, Lord.
Will
and
you at
baby
least
Jesus.
Listen? That's your job. Just listen.
It's somebody who just doesn't understand.
Fred sounds like a real galoot.
You know what happens, too? They're ignorant of ratings, so they read the paper and see the station ratings and assume that they are your ratings.
Yeah. What does Fred know? Fred
knows nothing.
Fred likes his shitter filled.
Right.
Yeah.
Fred's not happy unless his shitter is being filled full of potentially damaging fluid.
Yeah.
That's the only time Fred has a smile on his face. When his vertical smile is being hammered.
Yeah.
Shitter.
When Fred's shitter is being filled with spermatozoa, it is only then that his frown is turned upside down.
All right, there's a Tyson
When Fred's
audio.
shitter looks like a cup of tapioca, only then is he happy. When Fred coughs and semen goes blah, blah, and bubbles out of his shitter, it is then that he's in utopia.
What did we learn from the Tyson audio? Anything?
That was no Tyson. I thought it was going to be Mike Tyson talking.
Oh, no.
That's what I thought,
we
too.
don't have that.
Tyson probably just said something like, yeah, I want to fight this one and that one.
All right.
He wants to fight the bitches. Yeah.
But what the fuck was, what's he doing? He's fighting a sparring partner. He doesn't think he's going to last more than 4 rounds?
He's not the same Tyson.
Oh, of course not. But I mean, does Tyson think he's going to get his ass kicked?
You don't even realize he's not the same Tyson.
He quit the fucking fight. He quit his fighting game in the middle of a fight.
Didn't you say that, what, last week? That we're all hoping. Was it you?
It's an odd, yes, like it's
we're
like an
all
odd
hoping
hope.
that the old Tyson gets back, and you know, time's a bitch, and it's never going to happen.
It's not even hope, because we know it's not going to happen. It's this weird...
He gave up.
It's an unspoken... Fight. We don't really formulate what it is we want from him.
Look at these savages just beating the crap out of each other at the Orange Bowl. I love that clip.
It's great. It's a great clip.
Yeah. That was the Tyson audio? That's fuck.
I know.
I was ready to hear Tyson talk about, I want to hear a girl.
I love hearing Tyson talk, I know.
Well, let's try to get some Tyson audio of him talking about it.
How about John Carr?
Yeah, let's go to John Carr.
Get some John Carr. Let's talk about John Mark Carr. What do you say? Ant, what do you say, Dan? Some John Mark Carr?
Here's John Mark Carr on Larry King Live last night.
What took you to Thailand?
Well, I'd been traveling for a few years outside the United States.
You were a teacher, right?
Yes. I was a second-grade teacher. I was beginning my one-year contract at a very prestigious international school in Bangkok. I won't mention the name out of respect for the school.
Have you ever had any problems with children?
No, absolutely not.
So all those stories were false.
There's so much, Larry, that was false.
Well, that you could tell me. You never had a problem.
So much.
Okay.
So much that's false.
You never bothered a child?
No, absolutely not. I've protected children. I've been
ever give a kid garlic up the ass? You ever make it look like his asshole's leaking Welch's grape juice?
You never bothered a child.
Bothered.
Well, is that what you call?
Is that what you call fucking anal rape?
Excuse me, son. Why are you having 30 stitches put into your anus? I was pestered. The man pestered me. He was burdensome. Uncle Johnny bothered me. He was bothering me. Is that what you call removing memories? A mere bother?
Well, you never bothered children.
When someone taps you on the shoulder, that's a bother.
Yeah.
When they put your terrified face into a pillow and make your hiney feel like the sun is being put into it.
Yeah. Playing keep away. That's bothering a kid.
Yes.
Not shoving your dick in his face.
Yeah. Making him kiss it.
Is that you bothersome?
Yeah.
By the way, Chester's liver from Whackbag.
Yes.
John Mark Carr is a fruit.
He is a fruit.
I've been a teacher this is my 10th year of teaching. I still call myself a teacher. I've heard that some people say, well, he'll never teach again. In the profession of teaching, once you're a teacher, you're always a teacher. If I'm never in a classroom again, I'll always be a teacher. And I've
so therefore you unequivocally say you have never harmed a child and wouldn't, because you're a teacher, ever harm a child.
Right.
Right. How about molest, Larry?
Yeah.
How about use the word sexually, or the way you'd say sexually molest?
Molest.
John Carr is a psychopath, and he doesn't think that fucking a kid is bothering him.
Right.
Because a lot of pedophiles, look, they really do love children. Some of them are sadists. Other ones don't want to hurt kids. They truly love children.
They want a relationship with them.
And they think that it's okay what they're doing because they love kids.
Yeah.
I mean, they think that the fact that we love that they love children is do the same bit twice when they get a laugh.
The Molest crew.
Jackass.
The Motley Underwear. Do you ever put blood on a Superman symbol in someone's underoos? Do you ever bother someone?
Ever bother?
You ever bother a boy in the way of ripping off his Flash Gordon shirt and biting him?
Were you ever slightly annoying to a child?
By lopping his head off with a little baseball hat on it? What a fucking idiot Larry is.
I want to be a teacher.
Why don't you say the words sexually abused or have you ever molested? Use words that they're undebatable.
Yeah.
Because this guy, if he said you ever bother a child, he's probably going to say no, because they love me, I love them.
It was in a loving relationship.
You'd never harm a child. No, I love children. I would only make them feel good.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Listen to this one.
So then the obvious question is, you don't have to answer it, is, why did you say you did?
This has something to do with a past arrest and a past criminal investigation that was launched against me, and I cannot make any kind of comments about that under advisement of my attorney.
Let's set it straight. Are you saying you never said you harmed a child?
I'm saying that I believe that you're leading into an area that...
But it's simple, John. You either said I did or said I didn't. I'm not asking about
I am saying that I've never harmed a child.
Okay.
I'm saying it right now. Okay. I'm saying that I would protect any child who I thought was being harmed. I don't ever recall saying that I did.
Why the fuck is he on this show? If he's not going to talk about why is he on the show?
What about the JonBenet Ramsey thing, where he said he was there? Why did you say that?
Why, Larry should keep asking him that and then throw him off the show.
Why'd you say you were with JonBenet when she died? I can't under advise. Get the fuck out.
You're a pedophile. Beat it.
You creep.
Just keep pushing the guy.
What do you mean your fucking attorney advised you? Where was he in Thailand when you were sashaying along like one of the aliens?
William Frawley Pants.
Yeah. What a douche this guy is. And Larry, too. Larry's a fucking softball lobber.
So you're saying...
Wow, you're really digging deep.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this next clip's going to really bother you then.
In all fairness, though, John, and you don't have to comment. There were many
Why does he keep comment?
In all fairness, and believe me, just don't talk. It's a talk show.
Maybe you'll trick him into saying something.
You don't have to comment.
So you just say you don't have to comment, the person that's in the hot seat gets a little relief. Don't say that.
Maybe Larry thinks it puts them at ease. Larry's a suspender-wearing douche.
The hot seat to him is the seat they use for timeout.
Because it's
so hot. You're in trouble. You've been a bad girl.
With a hot seat is what a lad has after Mr. Carr disciplines him. Fucking creep this guy is.
Hey.
And fucking Larry's interviewing him like he just wrote a bestseller.
Yeah. Like he's a nice guy. You don't have to answer this.
I don't mean to pry, but did you or did you not smother and murder the child with a garrote? Fucking jackass.
What did you do with the little cowboy hat?
Yeah, did you wear it and prance around?
Put it on?
Yelling yippee-yi-yay?
Did you fire the little six guns like, pachoo, pachoo? Pachoo. Doddering old fool. Asinine questions.
Oh. In all fairness, though, John, and you don't have to comment, there were many reports that you did confess to a crime, which is what caused the whole hoopla in the beginning. That's why there were all the photographers. That's why there was the insanity over the plane trip. You had said you did something. If you hadn't said you did something, don't you think you created the story?
Well, I think that I have multiple opinions on who created the story.
You were part of it.
The story. That was certainly something that still disgusts me. I want to be John Mark Carr, the unknown. I want to be able to walk down the street without anyone knowing who.
You said it on camera. You're too bright not to know something. There's cause and effect.
Well, again, this goes back to what I'm telling you that my attorneys have advised me not to.
The case is over, John.
It's not over.
There's still charges pending against you?
No charges pending against me, but it's not something that I can discuss without my attorney giving me advice to discuss that or being with me. And at this time, I'm being told by my attorney and advised that I shouldn't discuss this matter because, in all honesty, at this point, I'm possibly a target for law enforcement to just keep their eye on me.
Oh, perish the thought. Let's keep an eye on a fucking guy that said that he was with a girl when she died and had kitty porn on his computer that they lost as evidence in California, and that's the only reason he walked from that fucking case. And he's just a creep in Thailand.
Why doesn't fucking Larry just say, why did you say I was with JonBenet Ramsey when she died? And then show the clip.
Larry, I know, I asked you not to mention that name or those the allegations.
Why doesn't he just fucking sandbag this cocksucker and play that clip?
Play the clip.
I don't get it.
I'm being nice. I'm trying to get better guests. They said if I got him, I'd get Tom Hanks.
Roland told me.
Roland said
if I talked to John Mark Carr, I'd be able to get Honest Tool.
So, John Mark Carr, you have a 8-year-old opening wide Friday.
Who fucking guy said?
What a waste of time.
Larry King's an ass.
Just lobbing softballs at this fucking pedophile who really likes softball.
He certainly does.
Drunk Mexican from Virginia. Is Jimmy upset because Carr is a sicko or that he isn't handing out pointers?
Yeah.
I don't like...
And DJ Anal Lightbulb from posthorrors.net. As Larry King, I don't mean to be uncouth, but did you shove your hog in a toddler?
That's exactly what he should be asking him.
You don't have to answer.
He's a real journalist, and he's letting that coward hide behind his lawyer, which this actually just makes John Carr look more like a fucking creep than he already did. I was with her when she died. Why did you say that?
Did you lap hairless twat? You don't have to answer. Just wink. Me, you, Betsy, a toddler.
What a creep.
Did you open her little pussy because you thought there was a pearl in it? Because it looked like a little oyster? Were you pearl hunting?
I think he was just smart and wanted to get out of Taiwan.
So you were helping little boys make wee-wee. Were you? Was that what you did?
Were you really kissing her little vagina like it was a Muppet mouth?
Ah, shit.
Let's get out of here. Line up the date.
Now, you don't have to answer this, But when you left that home, did your penis smell like blood and Similac? You don't have to answer if your attorney invites you not to. Fucking the Motley Crue.
But I need to know.
I'd like to cut his throat and watch just dust fall out of it. He's fucking finished and irrelevant, Larry King. Fucking suspenders wearing idiot. How about a real question? You're a fucking journalist.
He gave him nothing.
He didn't ask one. We asked fucking Brian Cox tougher questions over at CBS. Holy shit.
Nothing.
Line of the day time.
Line of the day.
Sponsored by BowDogFight.com. Log on and watch American fighters battle for the right to represent the U.S. in a bout against the Russians. It's all on BowDogFight.com, a mixed martial arts tournament and docu-reality unlike any seen before. Here is today's runner-up line of the day. You don't come into the Orange Bowl, baby. We've had a down couple of years, but you don't come in here talking trash.
The OB. He called it the OB.
That's the Orange Bowl.
Yeah, the Orange Bowl, the OB.
Yeah, what a DB he is.
Everything sounds tough when you call it that.
SN.
Yeah.
And then they proceeded to laugh for about 2 straight minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Giggling.
That's funny, because we know what he meant.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is the line of the day.
Here comes line of the day, line of the day. All you remember is some kind of sour breath over your shoulder, and like as the pain got really intense, you heard a grunt, and then a hat fell off the head and landed in front of you. As he gave that final thrust, he went, and his hat fell off and landed in front of the lad. Mama, the man's hat fell off, and then my hiney exploded.
There you go.
Made me laugh harder the second time.
The funny part to me of that whole thing is not only the fact that he has on a burgundy felt outfit, but after he thrusts and the kid is unhappy and the hat thuds, like, clinks off in paper hat fashion. If you were watching from the back, all you'd see is him bent over grunting with hat head. He'd have crown head.
Sweaty hat head with that hat. Just kind of, the wind's kind of making him move a little on the counter.
No, it's not the winds. It's the wispy breaths of the confused victim.
Line of the day within a line of the day.
Plink.
Let's go to Todd in West Virginia. Todd.
Plink.
Yeah.
Yeah, Todd.
Hey, how you doing? Opie, John Mark Carr was in Thailand, not Taiwan.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. Yeah, same shit.
Here's the sound it would make when it fell off, too. You hear,
a little paper hat just hitting the counter.
What is wrong with you? Communique, still no Feder or Feeder, have been trying him regularly.
Feder.
All right.
Oh, I gotta shit and go do fucking DVD commentary for Lucky Louie.
Oh.
Another guy that cares what I look like, Sir Loggins. I guess he sent this about a ton of times.
Got a problem?
Well, he writes, I love when Opie says, I could have been a model, but they leave off the on the cover of Mongoloid Fancy at the end.
Oh, Mongoloid Fancy. Wow. I'm a subscriber to that, by the way. And
yes.
Sir, why? Good. Sir Loggins, why? Why? You thought that line was that good?
It's that good.
You watching this shit?
What?
They just pulled a dinosaur out of the water and you don't even fucking react.
Shut up.
That's my Your bit? My script.
Oh, wow.
Oh!
Wow, look at that.
That was good. I didn't know you were acting. You were picking your teeth with your hand. That was good.
All right. Good luck with your audition.
Yes.
You know what I want to do with this banana?
What are you going to do with it?
I want to rub it over someone's face and make this noise.
We're getting silly. We're leaving.
I'm really
before
tired.
we go into silly mode.
I'm sorry.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Anthony and I are a show without a station. We're floating. We really don't have a home, a place we could call our own.
Yeah, well, that's the way it's always been.
You and I, the outcasts of radio. I don't understand. No one wants us.
What the hell is going on?
No one truly wants us.
No.
No one truly wants our radio show.
But much to their chagrin, we're doing a little too well to just set adrift.
Tune in tomorrow for another chapter in the heart-wrenching saga that is The Opie and Anthony Show.
Bye-bye.
Line of the Day is brought to you by Bodog. If you'd like to vote on any of the weekly show polls, go to iliketolisten.com.